You listen. Do you want to lose to the boy that's coming out of 20 years of retirement?
It's gonna go crazy on the green on the line.
Don't go stupid. Don't go stupid.
All right, we are live everywhere. Let's get it started. Was that you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. Look. Yeah. My voice a little hoarse. Fuck with me though. Look. When I was young and dumb, man, I used to think the love was equal. If words turn backwards, then love is evil. My granny used to keep my back door barricaded. I got some pussy, but was never into fucking people. Raised on love, but the streets torture God's survival. We living in the world of zombies. I hope niggas mindful. Your heart beating, but all you feel is death inside you. My heart died so many times. Somebody check my vitals. Got my bop back. Two-stepping, making money moves. I just get the profit, reinvest it, make the money move. And if you think you taking something from me, then you really wild. Like wild animals, I'm hunting you. All I know is stay the course. No matter the fall or the loss, I'm making sure something gourmet on my fork. Sick of trying to be my best, you steady trying to be your worst. What the fuck is marriage when you got an option to divorce? I'ma put a ring on my goals, bro, that's on my soul. Like grandson pass sums out to all the bros. When I was low, selling lows, man, them niggas roll. I'm dropping bags till the stash on overload. Gotta see the light, nigga Pico had us in the dark. No paper for toilet paper, make you second guess a fart. Tried to change your life and niggas burnt me for a little change. Look at you as lame and I never have a change of heart. I ain't stage content for lives, bro, I'm traumatized. Trying to be a top-notch father, that's the bottom line. Shit was grim, it was days I had to be Lil Tim. Word to Quando, I had a handful of Lil Pops. I'm from where you gotta drop for ops and your own mans. They'll put you in the can and give you the whole can. You riding with your brother screaming it's only the fame. She hit the fan, niggas turning the OTF jam. I'm just focused on what matter in life. So many levels to my craft, I can't be categorized. And it ain't shit for me to come outside and battle a nigga. I guarantee you I seen way harder battles with life, nigga.
This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Flash, it only the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammy, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Thanks, Sammy.
Yeah, boy. Yup. What's up with y'all, man? Happy Monday, happy hour, all that flyness. Hopefully y'all are good. I feel great. That was a freestyle. Original joint, exclusive from my guy C Cash. Let's do this for that.
You already know. I just wanted to warm y'all up, just engage y'all from the door. You know what I mean? Little spice. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? I'll explain to you why later for future reference. Don't even reference your voice. Just go with it.
Right.
I got a whole reason for that.
Right. But you told me that before though too.
Yeah, K from Front Productions in the building. Then I ain't gotta say it again.
Hey.
What's up with you, K?
You know, living the dream. I'm here.
Yeah?
I'm here.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
All right, Cash, how you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah?
I'm good. No
all
bullshit.
right. Now, I feel like this week, it feels appropriate to possibly, depending on Cash, skip the weekend recap and just go to the topics because they probably are the recap. I don't know how much Cash has to add.
Yeah, I ain't really have a lot of shit going on the weekend.
How about you, K?
That's fine by me. Just give me a second so I can quickly do some sound checking.
Yeah, you good. So when did you write the freestyle, Cash?
That freestyle?
That one.
Because I heard some recent.
I heard some new references.
Yeah, maybe 30 days, if that.
Had to been.
When my last battle.
OTF,
when my last battle was.
OTF was in there. Your last battle was a couple weeks ago.
My last battle was the October 3rd. October.
It was in the teens. It was
26.
Yeah. Oh, see, that was.
So
2 weeks ago.
Like right after that,
ago,
I wrote that freestyle.
All right, that makes sense. Now the toilet paper line is crazy. Can you give me the toilet paper line again?
I said, gotta see the light. Nigga Pico had us in the dark. No paper for toilet paper. Make you second guess a fart.
Crazy.
Tried to change your life and niggas burnt me for a little change. Look at you as lame and I never have a change of heart. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was good work, man. Good work. Once again, I'm gonna give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know, you be writing for me, so
You know that.
You know what I mean?
You know, I make sure I lace you
gotta
with
give
the
it up.
basics. I just write the first 4. I gotta get the ball rolling. I gave him the first 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Nigga be in a car wash rapping and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on. Man. Be in a car wash trying to do other shit, count money,
Listen,
smoke good, do some.
I love this shit, man. What can I say?
This nigga in there rapping with the purple soap on the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what is that shit? Why is it purple and pink?
I don't know, but that shit
They
clean
just
your car.
spray goo on your shit. You should come out like new. You should be looking good too. You like, oh, need more goo. But you gotta do your own tires. I don't give a fuck if they do your tires. They shit got that cut in
He
it.
said need more goo. Need more goo is
Need
crazy.
more goo is ridiculous, but you know, I am who I am, and it is what it is.
I feel like I came into this conversation at the wrong time.
Nah, man, you came at perfect time, and it made it less awkward.
Right, exactly. There's nothing wrong with goo.
Cause you know I'm gonna lean on the awkward. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, all right. Well, since we're skipping the weekend recap,
Yeah, man.
Can we say one thing before we go past the weekend thing?
Go ahead.
sure.
Today is November 11th, 2024. My son is 11 months today.
Hey, 11-11. You blessing.
Shout out the young boy.
The young boy.
My little homie. The medicine ball.
Oh yeah, and he said mom. His mom got it
that's-
recorded.
Of course she does.
Let him just
Yeah,
let
play
him
it
just
for us.
yeah. Let him tell y'all how he say mom. Hold up.
You gotta turn him up.
I know. Alright, here we go.
Then he start turning up. Shout out my young boy, man. Check him out, man.
Yeah, that's a little sincere, man. It's my
He's
heir
so
to the
funny.
throne.
Cause he said it and then he start going like this, like he knew he just did, like I killed that.
No, I think it's because he was getting recorded. He like
So he turning
gets
up
excited.
the camera
Yeah.
already. Oh man,
Yeah.
got a little Denzel.
Well, let's get into these topics. We got a bunch of shit to talk about, man.
Let's
We
get
sure
to it.
do.
Anything in the chat? Nothing in the chat. We good?
No, we good so far.
All right. Shout out to y'all, man. Where y'all
We'll
from?
start
What
sharing.
y'all into? Are y'all sipping? What y'all burning?
Right.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, I'm excited. We got plenty of topics. So
Let me share the link real quick.
we started off a little wrong last week, and I realized that the next morning.
What you mean?
We should have picked the order of topics just a little bit better.
Okay.
Because we talked about a couple things early on that a lot of people wasn't hip to.
Okay.
So for new viewers, it was like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And you see who stuck through it. Like, shout out to Ty, you know. But like, yeah, I noticed what happened last week. That's all.
We got Brazil in the chat.
Shout out Brazil.
Shout out Brazil.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
Brazil.
Heavy.
Is Brazil from Brazil?
No,
That they
they're
said they were
Brazil.
from
Oh,
Brazil.
all right. Okay. I thought that was their name.
It's all right, y'all. He waking
I thought that was their name.
No, their name is.
I want to go to
something else.
Brazil. I heard they got some real cheap good stuff, but I can't say what the stuff is. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Leave it alone.
Just be careful if you go to Brazil.
Nah, for sure.
Leave it
No
alone.
fucking doubt. I seen this what's the movie called? Damn, what's that movie called?
Fast and Furious.
Nah. It was in Brazil.
So was Fast and Furious. But
It'll come to me.
yeah. Let's get into something, man. Let's do something. Where you want to go, Kay? Let's start off with something fun that the people probably know a little something about.
Let's start out with Glorilla.
Okay.
Glorilla.
I fuck with Glow, yo.
Big Glow fans over here.
I fucks with Glow, yo.
You
I
like
watched her
recite
on
her verses and shit?
No, I don't really know her music, but when I see her on interviews and podcasts and shit, she's dope.
You fuck with her energy is what
You
you
know,
say.
you know her songs when they come on. Don't
Yeah, I
act like
know.
you don't hear them.
Yeah, but I can't recite nothing. I probably could. I know Glow is the shit.
Right. She got a new joint called Hold On. That shit fire, I ain't gonna lie.
I know she turn up.
And the Cha 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 song that Kai hates, you know that one.
I don't know that one because I only heard it when Kai reacted to it. That's crazy. But
I'm fucking with her, but
I
I think
just-
she capping on this topic though.
So
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Kay. Introduce the topic.
You know he be wanting to jump the gun.
All right. So recently, Glorilla posted a photo of her with a baby bump. And folks got all confused, and she doubled down and acted like she was pregnant, although the whole internet knew she was not pregnant,
Right.
because they had seen her recently, no bump, and this was clearly like
I
a
just watched
9-month
her on
bump.
Kai's stream with a fucking stomach.
Well,
of
this was
metal.
before Kai's stream.
Oh, all right.
Was the pregnancy picture. So we all assumed that she was doing that for a video that's coming out shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so to clear up some of this stuff that's going on, not only does she go on Kai's stream, but she also posts on Twitter, and she lets everybody know, hey guys, I'm single and celibate until God sends me a husband. So what do you guys think about that statement? Do you think it's cap?
Hated it. First of all, ain't too many people in 2025 getting married without testing the pussy. Like, it just ain't gonna happen. So sends me
Or the opposite.
Yeah, so sends me a husband is like phenomenal, because it's like you must have the intuition of all intuitions to just know that not only is this motherfucker gonna be your husband, but that you're gonna last longer than the traditional 18 months married.
And you a star. So that pulls a factor on it too. You talking about, I don't know.
Hey man,
I
what's
just
gonna
don't believe
happen
it.
is
I
we're
think-
not gonna know about her fucking anybody
Right.
until she's serious.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she said.
Basically. It's like when girls say, I'm not having no more kids. Then they pop up pregnant.
Bitches
Like,
be
damn.
single as hell until the fucking baby shower pictures pop up. Like, it be all type of shit that go on, man. Like, I'm not for it. Like I said, personally, I do fuck with her energy, like how she handles people, how she talks to people, how she's open with people.
For sure.
I really appreciate that about her.
She seems down to earth for sure.
She seems like she's the homegirl. You know what I'm saying? She's super young to me, but it's like, even with that, like, she's mature. And I watched her make spaghetti and catfish. It was spaghetti and catfish?
Yeah.
With Kai, and that shit was hilarious.
Oh.
I watched the whole motherfucking joint. That shit was hilarious, yo.
I was about to say, she's also just known to be somebody who internet trolls and like has fun with the internet. So I'm not reading too much into this statement.
I think she's
I
trolling.
think that this means, do I think she's single? Yes. Do I think she's celibate? I think she's not out here, being super promiscuous all the time. I think that that's probably a more fair statement.
But do you know that celibate has turned into I ain't had sex in 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This shit is used so loosely now, and it's been for a while now. Like, I had homegirls 10 years ago talking about, boy, I'm celibate, and I'm like, you just was, like, I'm the homie, so I know who I used to have to, time to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On his way,
Yeah.
or he come through and he, like, I know all these niggas, man.
My whole
Now
thing
you
is,
celibate meant the whole thing.
you ain't
whole
talking to
thing.
nobody. You a
Yeah,
nun.
you just ain't even let your shit get tightened back up yet. You talking about your celibate. It's weird.
This is what I think, right? I think that at the end of the day, somebody that has this much demand on the world at this age doesn't, I mean, I ain't gonna say you don't have no type of moderation with anything, but I don't see you going without, like, everybody wants you.
But it's like what the nigga asked the mill on backstage. He said, you ever been on stage with all that Gucci shit on and looked into the crowd and said, I could fuck anybody in this motherfucker.
Exactly. Like, what? And girls got that option from the door.
From the gate.
Even if you not super done up and bad, you might just be a little Ari joint from the hood that got a bubble. You might be a 7 with a
But
bubble.
Glow is a sexy hood joint.
I mean, she cool, yeah.
She a sexy hood joint. She got a tight stomach. Her legs and all of that look decent, and she little. It's like, if that's your twist,
Right. If that's
She
your
a
twist,
good
she
joint.
tight. She not my twist, but if that's your twist.
like but every block had, well, not with the 6-pack, but like a joint, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
she cute. Her hair be done all the time. She could do her thing. Like she always be out here. Yeah, like she seems personable.
I think she trolling, but I think it's a good troll.
I think fuck it, like overall, like, but I don't believe none of it.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Like, I think we like to post shit off of emotion, mood, and trying to get a reaction, and the world takes it serious.
She might.
I don't do it necessarily, but that's what goes on.
She might be trolling somebody that we don't know she fucking with.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, even when Kay was talking, that's what I thought of. I'm like, how about the fact that she probably already got somebody? She just being funny.
Nigga probably didn't come lay it down one night. Probably had to go see his baby mom or something or some cool shit, anything.
Or she got a nigga that she know ain't talking and she know nobody else can raise their hand right now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody can subtweet her right now.
Shit like that.
Shit like that. Like, it'd be so situational. Every girl is based on their mood. What do you think, Kay? You already told us a little bit.
Yeah. I think she's trolling. Do I think she has a man right now? I don't know. I don't think so. And I think that her saying that she's celibate really just means she's not out here trying to get laid all the time. I think that's what that means.
I mean,
in girl lingo.
That's an easy statement for a woman. What woman is gonna be like, yeah, I be fucking every day?
Meg the Stallion?
She the only one that she even lying on her coochie.
No, but the funny shit is, I always think about like powerful women wanting to have that Madonna moment.
That she's gotta have it, shit.
What's the joint when she pulled the limo over, grabbed a random, gave it to him, and kicked him out? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. And like even some more badass was like, man, I don't be fucking with y'all. I will fuck the nigga that's cleaning the rooms. Like she like motherfucker, like it just be so funny what powerful women do. Yeah. With their power.
They sneaky.
Yeah, man. They gonna get theirs off though. Shit. And Angelina Jolie says she don't have a male friend that she ain't fucked. She don't see the point in that shit.
That's crazy. I mean, I kind of feel like that too, but I ain't gonna. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna go into all
it's
that.
Probably way easier to do from her vantage point than from yours.
No, for sure.
And not saying you couldn't hit him, but you got to deal with the attitude and the emotions.
Right.
She got niggas like, so not tonight.
Right.
Hey, all right. Well, I'm gonna smoke a blunt with you.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
She got them niggas that's gonna come through. Yo, she got them niggas that's gonna come through and eat the box and leave, and that's it.
Yeah, that type shit.
I'd never be one of them niggas, bro. I'm sorry.
Again?
Ever.
I'm just making sure.
Try to lie me.
I just
like, who you talking to, though,
just
bro?
Resemble somebody that used to talk like that.
Never, ever.
I know a nigga that used to crack on chicks with, yo, guys, your pussy. I was like, yo, this nigga is savage.
That's like dirty dick sucker bitch behavior. Like, it's nasty.
It's crazy.
And then you dealing with vaginals, so it's like more shit to deal with. Like, come on.
Nigga breath always smelled like Listerine and some other shit.
Yep. All right, let's get out of.
Let's move on.
He was a big basketball.
Let's get out of here. Okay.
I think it was nice with the rock.
All right. Let's get into some sports. Save ourselves from the dirtiness.
Good transition.
Excuse me.
Let's start with some basketball.
Let's do it. If you from Uptown, you know who I'm talking about, though. Huh?
You ever heard of the Nigerian Amazon?
The Nigerian Amazon.
The 6'8" woman who played basketball, but I don't think she's in the NBA.
Oh, all right, no.
I'm assuming.
I was trying to figure out where that, because that could have meant so many different things.
I was confused.
That's her Instagram name.
That's crazy. I'll probably look it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm not against it. Go ahead.
So NBA is
in be random
full
when we
swing.
Introduce the topics.
I know, out of nowhere.
It's entertaining, man.
NBA is in full swing, and some recent developments have come out in terms of Bronny James.
Okay.
So, as we know, Bronny was drafted to the Lakers to play with his dad, and he was still on the Lakers' main squad going into the first couple of games of the season. Since then, they've decided to have Bronny moving back and forth between the G League, South Bay Lakers, and the LA Lakers, where he will play at the G League's home games. This is a pretty interesting development because this isn't the type of contract or the type of subjugating to the G League that we see very often. So what did you guys think of this move and this arrangement?
Were you aware?
Yes.
You knew about the fact that he was only going to play home games and he was still going to be on varsity?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my thing is, what's the whole, layout? Is he still playing with the Lakers and with the G League?
Yeah,
or?
he was suited up last night.
Wow.
Last night he was on the sideline with it. He was in uniform.
Yeah, because I'm thinking they can't just send him to the G League after they already signed a contract.
Well, with him getting $9 million and 4 years guaranteed, that's not a traditional player that you would send to a G League with that kind of stature.
Mm-hmm.
But
He's not.
I think it's smart.
No, I think it is, but at the same time, is it overkill? That's the question.
No,
what if he gets hurt?
No, because what happens is you need him to be developing. And playing 3 minutes to 5 minutes to no minutes a night is not developing him.
Right.
He'll get hurt faster, just not playing
with the
at
inactivity.
game
I
speed.
get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I watched his first G League game, which was sold out, by the way.
Yeah, I heard.
Smaller arena, of course. They're in a very small venue, but it was lit. The stars came out. His teammates came out and supported him. AD was there. Brian was there, of course. Brian was shooting around. You know what I mean? You know, he gonna get in the layup line.
Right.
You just love his game so much. But it makes something for the people that don't get the scene.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? And that stuff matters.
And Lakers
Same
G
way I
League
feel
is
about music.
tough.
And I ain't gonna lie, it's about 4 niggas on a G League team
That's crazy.
that get buckets.
Mm.
And Bronny was out there doing all three, though. He was getting buckets. He was playing defense. He was rebounding. Like, Bronny was getting
he's just
busy.
a little nervous when he playing in the NBA?
I think that he's not there yet, but I don't think he's as far as people think he is.
Yeah.
I think that, and I said this on here.
He looks good. Every time I see him, he looks good.
Yeah,
Diddy.
I said it on here before. I think people don't account for the fact that he is the son of one of the smartest players we've ever seen in the NBA, and he's an encyclopedia too.
Right.
Like, he's downloaded a lot of that info.
Right.
And he
How
just
could
has
you
to
not?
get physically to a point, because this is a kid that damn near died a couple years ago.
Mm.
He needs to physically get to a point. Like, he might have been there by now if we didn't go through 8 months of having to sit down for cardiac arrest. Right?
Yeah.
He might have been there by now.
Yeah.
So it's like, if he could do both and he's not going to travel with the team, which means they don't have to spend money on his travel accommodations, because once you have an official NBA contract, you have to travel that way.
Right.
Meaning planes instead of the bus and hotels instead of motels. And, you know what I mean? All of that. And he'll still be in the facility working with the same training staff.
Listen. Amen to that shit.
I like it. I think
Yeah,
people
why
is like,
not?
it's an aha moment, like I told you so. And or like, yo, they
It don't
doing some
make a
funny
difference.
shit.
He's
It's like
gonna
he
be-
was the 55th pick.
He's going to carry the legacy, bro, regardless.
And
Through the NBA.
he's fulfilled his dream to make it to the NBA. He doesn't and you can say this, Kay, because you watched the G League game, or at least some of it, right? He's humble, bro.
No,
He didn't look like
yeah.
he didn't look like he was miserable being on the G League. He looked like, yo, fuck it, this is
I'm
part
balling.
of it.
Yeah, it's part of the
What's
trenches.
the difference? Go overseas, make $500,000, and then try to come back in the next 3 years?
Yeah.
Spend another year in college for
Like what? Like, how do you get paid besides your NIL, except for this $9 million you just got from the Lakers that could get renegotiated before the 4 years is up?
What I'm enthused about is the simple fact that this becomes a trend now. Not that it hasn't been done before, but now that's like going to be the goal of every aspiring basketball
It's never
player.
been done before, and it's a dangerous thing to try to upkeep.
Duplicate and
Yeah,
upkeep.
because what happens is nobody that's going into the league thinks that they have 25 years to play basketball in the NBA. So you have to have your child at 14
That's when Brian
to
had
do
his
this
son?
shit. No, he didn't. But Brian had 20 years in the league,
Right.
so his son could get there. He had Bronny early.
Right.
Bronny's what, 20, right, or 19? So it's like Brian gave himself that much time in the league. That's like nobody does that.
Right.
So you had to literally have your kid at like 13 so he could be in the league with you. Especially while you relevant enough to be like, yo,
Bro.
go grab it. We need it.
Don't act like niggas ain't in the hood having babies
I
at
ain't
13,
saying that,
14.
but a lot of the times some niggas don't make it to the league because they start hustling.
I mean, yeah, I know that. But, you know, I'm
Nigga.
just saying, does this become more of a trend now?
No, I think everybody wants to do it. I think it's beautiful. I think anytime that, most athletes put a ball in their baby crib before this motherfucker can crawl.
I mean, it's just like the old tradition. If
Fighters do it too.
If you grew up as a fucking funeral director and you own the funeral home, you would naturally give that business to your child.
Ironically, I come from a tradition of that, until it gets to my dad, who didn't want me to cut hair. But my uncle and my grandpa taught me how to cut hair. It's the weirdest shit in the world. But like I say, the tradition was to hand the trade down. Mm-hmm. But my dad was like, nigga, I'm paying for private school. Why you got to cut hair?
Yeah. He could be better than the barber. I get it.
You know, but I never looked down on a barber ever in my life. You crazy? Niggas that took care of the neighborhood. But no, I just think that it's a good look for Bronny right now.
Yeah,
I think
shout out to Bronny.
I think that people are worried about his mental state with all the eyes being on him and stuff. But I feel like when I watch him play the G League game, it doesn't look like he's under that much. Like, it don't look like that. It looks like he's going through the process. Yeah. Like everybody else.
Right.
Except he got a bag of new. He got a bag.
He got a big bag.
But what did you get from it? Do you agree or disagree, or what did you get from it, Kay? Or what do you take from it? Because you saw the game and you know the report.
Yeah, I already spoke on it.
So you good? Let's go.
Yeah.
Then let's go.
You keep trying to swing it to me after I already spoke.
Well, sometimes we get into our whole thing and you might have more to add and you just letting us rock.
Nah, I already spoke on this one.
All right, cool.
Let's get into...
Oh, this for the K. Oh.
My Sixers.
Oh, man.
So, let me look up the most recent numbers. But my Sixers have had a pretty abysmal start to their season. They are currently 2-7. 2 wins, 7 losses to start the season. In fact, the only teams that are worse than them in the entire NBA right now are the Bucks and the Raptors. So,
the Bucks? Why is the Bucks at that record?
The Bucks,
Giannis on some bullshit.
The Raptors, the Trailblazers, and the Jazz. My bad. I was only talking about the East the first time.
The Giannis on some bullshit.
Yeah.
The Giannis.
Yeah.
So, and to make matters worse, last week, Maxey ended up getting injured. He has a hamstring injury that is going to keep him out for several games. I'm expecting it to be 3 to 4 weeks.
I was about to say it's 2 or more.
Yeah,
for sure.
They've said 2 or more, but they haven't determined an exact timeline yet. With muscle injuries, it's always tough because it's, really dependent on how quickly it goes away.
And everybody's different, but Maxey actually heals very well usually.
Well, he is young. And he does not get injured very often, so that is a plus side that he does tend to come back pretty quickly.
Maxey probably got 1% body fat. Like, everything is working.
But in addition to now Maxey being down, Paul George still has yet to really jive and lead the team in the way that a lot of Sixers fans hoped that he would.
Yeah, he's still looking for his role.
He's trying to figure out his role. He's been doing well in terms of moving the ball around, but he's not looking for his shots the way that he needs to. And ultimately, with Maxey down and Joel Embiid still not playing, he needs to be the leader out there. Yep. Him and Kyle Lowry have to be the 2 voices that are leading the team. And unfortunately, that's not quite happening yet. So we have yet to see the Sixers really do anything that resembles good basketball.
I seen Oubre do some dumb shit yesterday at the game.
What'd he do?
Oubre slammed a water bottle.
That sounds like
sideline, and it exploded. And the entire bench, coaching staff, and trainers, except for the head coach, had towels, mops, squeegees, and all that trying to clean up something that spilled that nobody could identify.
Oh, my God.
And then after they went through watching everybody clean it up, they had ran the tape back and showed him slamming the water bottle for no fucking reason. And they was making excuses for him, like, I bet you he thought the lid was on tighter than that. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, like, bro, the whole side of the court was wet. And nobody knew why. Shout out to Oubre, being Oubre. Like, this is like the car accident. Like, we just don't know. We never get it.
That's deep.
But
he might have had a moment, a self-tantrum. I had him doing some time. But I just don't let nobody catch me on camera.
You are a professional athlete, and them cameras is everywhere. You better chill, bro. Like, if somebody would have slipped or something, bro, if you see motherfuckers get off the bench that never get off the bench and grab a towel, and everybody had a different method. You had a nigga with 2 towels under each feet. You had a motherfucker scooting the towel.
How much water did he throw on the ground?
Bro, it was a regular water bottle, but it went everywhere. And on the league, you got to get that floor dry.
Yeah.
Like somebody about to slip over here and it's going to be like, Oubre did it.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
Bro, but back to the topic.
back to the Sixers.
But that's how dumb shit been.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
In other
He said
dumb
back
news,
to the Sixers. He is a Sixer.
in other dumb news, we talked about how Embiid.
I had a point to your earlier point, though.
Go ahead.
As far as the Paul George thing and Maxey being down, I think that this might be the perfect opportunity for Kyle to get Paul on point.
I agree.
I think that might be a positive, like one of those hidden gems, one of them things you didn't know you needed. But I think if Kyle can hold it down, like, you know, he's an older player too, but if he stay healthy enough to get Maxey back, in the meantime, he could teach Paul his role because Kyle is he's a coaching point guard.
Yeah.
He's a great extension of the point guard. Should always be an extension of the coach, but Kyle is really a coach, like Chris Paul in a lot of ways. But I think even better because sometimes Chris comes off in a way that a lot of people don't appreciate, especially with his power as the president of the Players Association and all of that. It's different.
Yeah,
it's different. But that's what I wanted to add.
That's deep.
So now moving back to Embiid. We talked last week about his punishment, his 4-game suspension.
Well, he wasn't going to play anyway.
Right. So he has now served his 4-game suspension.
That was fast.
And he is set to start in tomorrow's game. Now, whether they hold true to this and whether he actually plays still remains to be seen. But tomorrow is also the start of the in-season tournament.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think? Do you think that the Sixers are going to be able to turn it around for this in-season tournament?
No, I think it's going to be bad for the Sixers because tournament means you got to win back-to-back and back. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And it's like they not there yet.
It's not back-to-back. It's Tuesdays.
No, but what I'm saying is like every time that it counts, you have to win. And it's like they're not there yet to be able to bet on consistency.
Okay.
At all. And at the same time, I like Embiid coming back because I'm excited to see if, like I said before, Kyle can figure out a way to balance out Embiid's stacks, the way he slows down the game, with what Paul George adds to the game. And maybe that balances out because I hate how much time Embiid takes off of the clock to do stuff. And I need Paul to be on a wing, getting busy and being an offensive threat at the rim. That might balance that out a little bit.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
And without having to get Maxey his 18 to 28, maybe we can get into that. But I don't know about the in-season tournament for them because it's just about like they still filling this shit out. They 2-7. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to want.
And our first game with Joel Embiid back is against the Knicks.
Wow. And the Lakers are the defending champs of the in-season tournament.
Yes, they are.
Just thought I'd tell you that.
We all remember.
Oh, okay. All right. We don't really care about them Jones, but it happened. It happened.
I mean, the players care when they get that extra bonus.
I mean, you know, we Lakers, so we just give them to the ones that don't make over $3 million.
Yo, you keep saying we about Lakers and you from
Lakers.
Philly and you never played for the Lakers or the NBA.
What's your
What
problem?
are you talking about? I don't like that shit.
All right.
That's some like traitor shit.
I'm a trader.
It's like
now.
treason.
Have you paid attention to Sixers basketball since I've
It
been
doesn't
alive?
matter. Yeah, I have.
Them niggas been selling out tickets and ain't been and dreams the whole time.
So what? They yours.
They not mine.
They is. They your team.
They about to move to Camden. They ain't even gonna be yours no more.
All right, now that's different.
They are not moving to Camden.
If your team
But
moves
that's
to
what I
another
be
city,
saying.
you could disown them.
But that's what I'm saying. Never forget that your team can move to another city.
If they do, then you could disown them. But
In this case, our city is investing in a huge new stadium for them.
In Center City, where everybody told me it would never happen, and I've been saying it's gonna happen the whole time. It's a fact. I've been on multiple platforms saying that that's gonna happen.
yo, you been working with the Simpsons and shit like that?
No, I just understand something about momentum and the curve. Like I can usually see the curve.
I get it, bro.
so to speak. But yeah.
All right, I got one more basketball topic before we take a break from sports.
That was crazy too.
I said so to speak.
It was crazy either way.
I said so to speak.
I want to bring us back to a topic that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, the Unrivaled League. So just to refresh our viewers, the Unrivaled League is a new women's basketball league. It is a 3-on-3 league that is being started by some of the players themselves, including Fee and Stewie, who are pictured here. Recently, within the last month, they have announced the names of the 6 teams that are going to make up the league.
I didn't even think about that.
As well as the fact that they have signed a multi-year media rights agreement with TNT Sports. So the Unrivaled League will be broadcast on TNT come January. The 6 teams are the Laces, the Lunar Owls, the Mist, the Phantom, the Rose, and the Vinyl. These are club teams, so they are not affiliated with any city, but are their own basketball club. And each team will end up consisting of 5 players for these 3-on-3 matches. In addition to the January season, they are also organizing a February 1-on-1 tournament to decide the best 1-on-1 player in the league.
Wow.
So with
My
all
homegirl gonna win
these
that.
new announcements coming, what are you guys looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to the whole damn thing. You just turned me up a little bit with all of that. Like the 1-on-1 tournament to see the best one. Arike is going to win that. She in it, right? Mm-hmm. Yo.
A 1-on-1 tournament?
Arike is going to win that.
That's decent.
She's a monster. Mm-hmm. And the team names, I was confused about at first because you said the Laces. I believe second. And I was like, it's a little close to the Aces, but then she said they're not affiliated with any specific season. They are their own individual clubs, so that makes sense. That's cool. That's cool. And the names they're just names. Like Vinyl was interesting.
I thought the artwork actually looks kind of dope. I know you guys can probably barely see it, but I'm excited for the merch to come out because each of these teams has a really dope branding situation going on, and I personally think that the Vinyl, the Rose, or the Laces are going to have some fire-ass merch.
The crazy thing is the TNT situation, like, I just want to do this one more time. No, that's a big deal. Multi-year. Like, and it's funny because we know what Cube went through with the Big 3 and trying to get his network deals. And the NBA, as he say, shutting a lot of stuff down, especially when it comes to advertisement and stuff with his league too. Mm-hmm. Like they making it specific, like you can't do both.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's not easy to get those spots, especially not at Turner Sports, which Turner Sports actually needs something because they just got rid of my boys, man, after this year. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Okay, you get into the joints. Can they see that?
No, this is just for you guys. There's smaller versions on the artwork that they can see.
A lot of it is cool. And it's funny because now, like, people are so more intelligent about creating logos.
Yeah.
And what energy they want to go for. And I think that they pulled them off pretty good with all of these.
And especially knowing...
hard. Ain't a rival joint.
Yeah, and especially knowing that their clientele is going to be women basketball viewers.
Right.
I think that they can take some deliberate steps that otherwise they couldn't have taken before, even when designing their WNBA teams.
Scroll down so I can see the top ones, Kay.
This is all 6.
No, someone's up top too.
No, that's just...
Oh, right, that's the same shit.
Yeah.
I ain't see that Martin joint.
Yeah.
But no, that's dope. That's dope, man. I'm excited for them. I'm excited to watch, man.
Innovative
I've been having a great time watching women's sports for the last few years. Like, it's cool.
Yeah, because you a perv. You watch women do anything.
I mean, not really, but
you
like,
told me you
they
had a
be
problem.
actually balling.
You said that you had a problem.
I never said I had a problem. I said
we're not
going to
talk about.
I've been a problem.
We're not going to say what you said.
I've been a problem.
All right, we're going to move on.
My whole life.
Let's talk about some monkeys.
I don't know nothing.
Oh, what about monkeys? Oh, shit. Some monkeys escaped?
Yeah.
What is it?
So, hold on. I'll bring it up.
Was it in Philly?
Nah.
No. So 43 lab monkeys escaped in South Carolina.
Oh yeah, I seen that. I was gonna send you that too.
And since they escaped last week, I believe last Tuesday or Wednesday, since they escaped, 25 of them have been recovered, but the rest are still MIA.
Oh, man.
And the other thing that has come up out of all of this is there are some people, PETA, for example, who are claiming that these monkeys have a claim to freedom. They're
Give us free.
They're basically treating this as if, these monkeys were in forced labor camps
Oh shit.
and have found their way to freedom. And who are we to collect those monkeys and bring them back to their captors?
Which one of the monkeys is Rosa Parks?
Yo.
Not Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman.
No, that's not funny.
Which one of the, like, I
It's
just
all
want
of
to know.
that cool shit until one of them joints go smoke somebody,
Rip somebody's face
choke
off.
somebody out, and all like, yeah, like.
Yo, but the funny thing is, the mandates are like, lock your windows, close your doors, the monkeys is on the loose. Like, this was like some 80s shit.
Well, and this is not the first time that this has happened.
That's even funny.
I'm treating that shit like it's
This-
a thief or something. I'm blowing.
People said, in the town that this happened in, people said, we're not strangers to seeing monkeys randomly.
Who said that?
The people.
The
In
people
South
in
Carolina?
the town, yes.
So they only got an extra 18 right now, and they all right then.
That's deep.
Because this has happened so many times before. It happened
I ain't going to fuck back
before
there.
in 2018. And sometimes when these monkeys escape and they aren't able to recover them, they end up breeding in the wild.
That's what
wild.
I said. They out mating. And the funny thing is, remember, like,
Really
we seen
wild.
zebras running down 52nd Street before.
You did?
You don't remember when the Universal Circus was in the park and the zebras got loose and was running through the plaza on 52nd Street and running down 52nd Street?
What year
bro?
that was?
This might have been 5 years ago.
I was going to say, this wasn't that long ago. I was
Oh,
in
for
Philly.
real?
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I probably was lit
Bro,
up
it
high
was
somewhere.
so hilarious. Bro.
I probably just wasn't in tune.
Goodness, man, but we ain't used to it. But that was funny because it was like only in West Philly. It was one of them joints.
Yeah, that's deep, bro.
No,
I
it
ain't
was
fucking
crazy
with
because
that.
they was having it their way. But
Let me
this-
catch a monkey like in my window. Like what?
Who's that peeking in my
So,
window?
and here's the other part.
Nobody, man.
Any damage that
One of these new windows.
any damage
Sorry,
that these monkeys do, the company that held them is still liable for that damage.
So hopefully they got all the monkeys tagged, so they know when they get them all or whatever.
Wait, don't they got like
sensors and GPS?
yeah.
I mean,
for
they
shit
were,
like that.
they
I
were
heard they
held
doing
in
that
a
with
lab,
dogs.
so
I
Right,
would
so
think they would, but we don't know if all of them do. Like, the way that they said they escaped, like the bull walked in and he found out that the joint was empty, they went through it back. Like, it was like, what? Like, was they in there opening the cages for each other?
and then we don't know what type of
Because monkeys smart as shit.
we don't know.
oh, so here's what happened.
Yeah.
So the monkeys, before they were lab monkeys, they actually used to be free roaming monkeys on this island called Morgan Island in South
they
Carolina.
kidnapped the monkeys.
Yeah, so the monkeys were originally from Puerto Rico, and between 1979 and
Were they American?
1980, the monkeys were taken and put on Morgan Island to serve as a reservoir for lab monkeys for the U.S. Isn't that crazy? There's a whole island out here that's just breeding monkeys for the scientists to use in labs.
I'm not surprised at all, but that is crazy.
So these monkeys have been taken
They
captive.
American.
So they've been captivated, basically.
Yeah.
That's wild.
They're lab monkeys, so they're tested on and handled regularly.
So, like, this might be a different kind of monkey than they used to in your backyard. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yo,
crazy.
I'm blowing this shit,
They
bro.
Puerto Rican.
So
Fuck that. You tripping. Imagine what a monkey could do to your child. Just imagine.
Or your pet.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm blowing this shit. Fuck is you monkey. And I like monkeys. But a wild Jonah I ain't never seen before.
Would
We
you
gotta
ever have
go.
a monkey as a pet?
Yeah, I would, but I wouldn't have it nowhere around like people I care about.
The boy Stet said he had 3 of them growing up.
It depends on
Why
where
does
you
that
at.
not surprise me?
He said they was his moms.
And PR, that's how that's what they do.
He was in
Texas.
No, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
I like monkeys, but it's just like a dog. Like if a random pit run up on me and act crazy,
It's way different.
I ain't about to just let him go crazy
Way
on me.
different.
I'm going bad. That's the whole problem. People get scared of animals mentally, and then you let the shit
You
just
freeze.
you let that shit fuck you over. I'm not doing that.
No, there's certain things, and you can look online. They will tell you, it's gonna lunge at you, grab his throat. Like it's certain things that you just gotta know.
You gotta stop that shit.
And
Fuck
but
that.
it's one thing to know, and it's one thing to know
To
how
do
to
it.
perform in action.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I got choked from behind, and I knew how to get out of that shit, but I was so busy trying to hit the nigga in front of me, I wasted my time window. And I almost wound up in a bad situation. I got out of it, but like I knew to turn, elevate, all of that. I didn't do it because I was still swinging.
Yeah.
And he got to that point where it was like, oh shit, somebody get this nigga off me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's different. That was a different situation though, because
Nah, I
like I
get
said,
it.
I was doing work.
Right.
I was busy.
Right.
But no, it's crazy.
I bet you was.
Gotta
nigga.
be on a swivel.
You
I
got
only
to.
had one leg. I was in a full brace on my left leg.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
what if
My life's different.
I wonder what was being tested on these monkeys too, because
And
like
that's the thing. What
if
are they
it was-
running around spreading in the community?
right, if it was something that is contagious to other wildlife species or something like that, like they could be really fucking up the ecosystem
They out
right
here
now.
running around with that fentanyl.
Shit, that could be.
They running around with nature's
Cocaine
fentanyl.
monkeys.
No, listen, that could
Cocaine
be.
monkeys.
That could be the shit we watch on the movies when motherfuckers turn into zombies
You
and
ain't
all
seen
that shit.
cocaine monkey? Cocaine.
I seen Cocaine Bear.
Bear.
Yeah,
I heard that was a true story too.
it was.
Yeah, it is.
I
It
wish
is a
I
true
was
story.
in out there.
He really,
motherfucker.
he's in the
Cocaine
store.
shark. That's a thing.
Cocaine Bear is in a store somewhere.
Man, I wish I could have caught one of them bags. Fuck you talking about?
Man, listen. Sometimes you just be like, I should just move to the woods. And the woods should fall out the sky.
No,
You be in the woods, it just rain money.
listen, no, it's just the timeline because if you was born in the 80s, bro,
Shit was crazy.
shit was falling out the sky,
Out the
literally.
sky, literally.
Money, drugs, all
That's
that
why
shit.
That's why I wasn't 15.
Planes, trucks. Yeah, see, I'm glad I probably wasn't either.
Yeah, man. They could just become old.
Niggas are be dead already.
All right.
Real shit.
Let's move on from the monkeys and hit our next topic. Let's talk about Halle.
Let me get some ice since you going over there somewhere. You don't want no ice? Or give me something cold, please.
So, we've been talking a lot about Kai's Mafia-thon, his 30-day, 24-hour-a-day stream marathon that is going on now. As part of this marathon, he had DDG, and DDG brought his son with Halle, Halo.
That's the young boy that went viral for that meme, right?
Yes.
They got him stuck on a joint where
Yes.
like he looked real excited.
Yep.
Yeah, he funny and shit.
So, Halo was on Kai's stream, and as we all know, Kai's stream usually has between millions and billions of people watching at any given time. So, Halle goes on Twitter and expresses her frustration about the situation. Let me see if I can pull up the actual tweets real quick.
Frustrated, huh?
She was frustrated.
So she had to go to the internet to speak her frustration.
I damn near know the tweet by heart.
Do you?
Almost, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna let you find it.
She said, "Hi everyone, just so you know, I'm out of town and I don't approve of my baby being on stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified and I am extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I am out of town." Then she later went on to post another tweet saying something along the lines as a woman experiencing severe postpartum, there are boundaries that I wish to be respected. Nobody knows what someone is going through until they snap. And then the internet reacted.
And then she shut down her Twitter.
Yes.
or her Instagram, whatever page it was.
So of course the Shade Room caught on to this and picked it up right away. They posted it, and the comments were the majority in DDG's favor, saying that if Halle had a problem with it, they shouldn't have already been posting their baby online everywhere. And he is a streamer, so what's the difference between his channel versus Kai's channel, besides the fact that there might be more viewers? And genuinely, the comments were confused as to why she would have a problem with it now. Of course, she shuts down her channels because she doesn't want to hear the backlash. And then she comes out with another tweet the next day that basically says that she admits she overreacted and shouldn't have posted that. So what are your thoughts to this whole debacle?
Can I go?
Go ahead.
My whole thing is, right, if you felt this way, the first person to notice should be your baby father. Then after that, maybe even go through some type of court action where you don't, approve of this, if that's how deep it is.
She couldn't.
All right, so you couldn't do that. Third, where's the logic in going on the gram and talking about this shit, or going on line and talking about this and then not saying anything? So it's just like the internet is a world where you can not only not be held accountable for talking crazy to people, but you can say whatever and then not want to deal with the shit that they say about it. It's just like all bad to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's been that way for a while. Like, if you don't agree with somebody in the comments, then they block you because the comments are only there for you to salute.
Mm-hmm.
But you skipped something very important.
What?
She was gaslighting the whole time. She says, I'm out of town and my baby is da-da-da-da. She also says, as a woman suffering from severe postpartum.
Yeah.
Like, she says all of this, and then when she recants what she did, she never apologizes.
Mm-hmm.
Not even to him. Now, what I want to know is what he said in between. Did you see his
Yeah, he told the internet to stop coming for her. And he was
as
actually
he always does,
defending her and, asking people to support her because she's going through a lot right now.
And
he
she's
was
a
very
part of
nice.
his family forever.
Yes.
Wow.
It was
As he
a very
said
nice
before.
statement.
That's gangster.
And he kept it G. But, like, she tried to turn her fan base and women against that man in real time. And he was mature enough to hold it down. And, I mean, I don't want to say postpartum doesn't have anything to do with how she feels about things. But I think that anybody that's in extreme situations, such as possible depression, postpartum, chemical situations, like, you gotta have somebody around you that be like, yo,
you cool?
Not that ledge.
Right.
Don't post that. Take that down. And possibly she does, because she did take it down, but then she shut her page down because she didn't want to deal with the backlash, and then she went back with a statement that really didn't cover all that she did. It was cute though. It sounded like a publicist wrote it.
So, follow-up question here, and kind of getting off of their specific situation. How do you guys feel about a baby being on stream in general? Like, especially a baby of famous kids, of famous people.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Me personally,
well, you're the only parent here, so
I don't think that's cool.
Why?
Because the internet is no holds barred. You're subject, if you're on the internet, you're subject to any type of scrutiny or any type of praise or any type of indulging from any type of a person, no matter what they're into. So I don't think a child that doesn't even have control of the situation or has been asked, of course, if they have, the liberty to want to do that.
I like that.
Okay.
Now, I hear you, right? We're also in an era of, like, his dad's a streamer, right? And similar to what we seen with 2 Chainz, and we seen with 2 Chainz son Halo, and we seen with T.I. son. these people know that if I put my child on these platforms, which I control because they're not old enough to do no passwords and none of that shit, right? That they can get paid the rest of their life off of their likeness. Now, I agree with the point of you as in they don't have a choice about that, right?
Yeah.
But what we see in society all the time, and I argue against it every time kids go back to school, is the captions that say, I had to fight for this picture, but they gonna give me my first day of school picture. Like, your child is telling you they don't want to be all over your social media. You're dealing with children that are growing up and going through growing pains and insecurities. But that's not their choice. You're going to put them into the world of 5,000 people that wouldn't have saw them today. Regardless if they like it or not, just so you could be a part of the first day of school picture club.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody not cut out
Nothing
for that shit.
comes from that, though.
Everybody not cut out to be in front of scrutiny of anybody. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I said I like that when
everybody
you said
don't
that.
got that skin. You know what I'm saying?
But as far as her argument, the child already has millions of views. On both of y'all platforms, y'all have already showed us this child, the face and everything. And part of her retraction, or whatever she was trying to do, she actually thanked Kai for all the gifts, because Kai blessed Youngin with a bunch of shit.
A bunch.
Kai gave this young boy, I don't know if he knew he was coming. He had to, because that's not his real house. Young boy went home with Christmas.
Yeah.
Like a rich baby Christmas.
I mean, he was doing it for the stream.
Well, you know, it is what it is.
Too,
like,
so
share the
like,
wealth.
yeah.
But, like, it was just beautiful how much, like, he was excited about Youngin. Youngin was chilling. He wasn't irritated on the stream or nothing, because Kai was, like, cautious of that. He was like, I don't even want to get too excited because I don't want him to cry. He was like, no, he cool.
So, me personally...
Can I say something before you say something, Kay?
Yeah.
These guys are young fathers as well, too.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm going to just say, like, from my own experience. Like, some of the shit I would have did in my 20s, I wouldn't do now.
Exactly.
So, that's why I just want to...
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. And I felt you on that. Go ahead, Kat.
So, I hear where you guys are coming from, and I understand the point about, you know, consent for the baby, and you know, they can't really give it, so, you know, is it right? But at the same time...
Oh, no, they can give it.
Sure, at a certain point, like, not when you're nonverbal.
Yeah,
but,
that's what I'm saying.
Same way you get on a flight.
At the same time, when you're the child of a streamer...
Right.
It's kind of a difficult scenario because part of streaming is showing your entire life.
IRL.
Yeah.
And these 24-hour streams where, like, you are literally living your life through the stream and communicating with the chat as if they are the most important person in the room. So, in that scenario, I don't see a way for DDG to not... to, like, be able to be an involved father and continue his streaming. I just don't see the baby not being on stream. And, like, I don't see that as a possibility.
And the added part of that is, as a streamer, I'm friends with the biggest streamers because I am one of the biggest black streamers.
It's
right.
Possible,
so,
though.
if I pop through on Kai's going to be streaming. Even if we set it up or not. Kai, you know what I mean? Like,
but I'd rather have my baby... I'd rather have my baby on FaceTime on the stream or something.
But can I acknowledge something that we ain't talk about yet real quick? Because I think this is important. I think you want to speak to this. The first part of her original statement was, I am out of town.
Right.
What does that mean? That means that the baby's either with the nanny, grandma, or the dad.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing that while you're out of town, it's with dad, and dad didn't put it off on somebody else.
Right, facts, yeah.
I don't think dad necessarily used Youngin for content. I think he said, I'm taking him with me.
Yeah. I feel that.
I agree.
I think that, like, that's a big part that people are missing. She starts it with, I'm out of town, and ends it with, while I'm out of town.
Right.
And it's like, well, sweetheart, you know that, like, you got a schedule, and things might have been clearer, but right now, he just bust a move. That's like I go to the basketball court and you hooping against a nigga for $5,000 and you like, oh shit, Sammy on the sideline with his young boy.
My folks was in Miami and I had to still say pick up from school and pick up, drop off, and
and if you'd have came past here, they'd have been in the other room playing a video game. We wouldn't be smoking.
No, and I'm security with them too. Like, I'm on duty. Like, every time they both together. Like,
but you see what
and
I'm
I'm by
saying?
myself, so it's like, I get it. But I'm just saying.
Like, that's the weird part to me. Like, you can't say I'm out of town and I didn't know. Like, sweetie, you out of town. He got the kid with him, and you can watch him right now.
Right.
He's safe right now. Look, he's safe. Oh, I didn't know first. Okay, cool. But beyond that, click the link.
It seemed like they might be beefing, though.
I feel like
they just broke up.
She wants control in certain aspects, and it's a new baby. So
how old is she?
That comes from both parents.
They're both early 20s. I think she's like 27, maybe.
And
That's not early 20s, K.
I just saw a recent video
They're
with
babies.
him where one of the baddies from Baddies pulled up on him. But every time he speaks about her, he speaks to the fact that they might get back together, and that's the ideal world for him.
She's 24. My bad.
And I think that's important to acknowledge. Because this
true.
is a man that understands the decisions he made and understands things ain't cool, but he never talks about her in a light like she won't be his queen.
DDG is 27.
He's 27, so they're the same age. 3 years apart. They would have been in high school together.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. And the baby is beautiful. Shout out to Halo.
Yeah. Baby is definitely a cutie.
And he cool. He be chilling. I told you, like, Kyle was nervous. And he like, no, he good. Like, baby chilling, well adjusted, happy. And got a bunch of new toys and gadgets and video games and everything. Like, next 3 years is lit. You can just roll it out when it's age appropriate.
That's fine. I just know, like, I've been around so many people that, like, you ever, like, a lot of times people don't dig it. Like, some of the most attractive people is so, like far, like, removed from being around people and shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't get reality.
Yeah, so.
And they also don't get their reality sometimes. They don't get how they're perceived. So they say things, and then they get the backlash, and then they have to find a way to figure out the backlash, and then they still land it on their grid. Like, well, these people just don't understand, or they're hating. It gets bad, yo. It's confusing for a lot of them. Sometimes, when you look down on people, you got to think about the fact that they have to live with themselves every day.
Right.
I don't care what they tell you, but I rode around with one of my homies that was always late, and he was going to go bust a couple moves, and we was going to a video shoot, and he was doing so much dumb shit that I was like, I get it now, yo. We don't lose. Because we just waiting somewhere smoking. He's in the car with himself, running in circles, doing, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't even get how much he go through to get here.
That's crazy.
And it should be point A to point B. He done went all up and down the pyramid. It's crazy. But anyway, shout out to Halo and Halle and DDG. Halle. Yeah. Halle Belly. That's what it is. Yeah, shout out to them, man. They gonna be alright. I think that she's intelligent enough to learn from her missteps, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
She'll handle it better next time.
I think so. I think that's true.
I think that's what it comes
Let's
down
just
to.
wish that black couple the best.
I mean, family.
Yep.
Whether they're a couple or not.
Well, yeah.
And I think that that's
the
important.
family. That's what I meant to say.
He always puts that first.
Yeah.
I'm never going to take away from the fact that this man literally, they be like, yo, he clickbait and he trying to go viral. He trying to promote music. Well, when he says it, he means that shit about her. So, that's dope to see. It's dope to see.
All right.
She's special.
And he young, too.
Yep.
Let's get into this whole Young Thug clarity. So, we talked last week about some updates in the Young Thug trial. He was released. He is home after a plea deal. And he recently went on X and posted, "Gonna stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." What are your thoughts?
He also said something to Baby, too.
This is the same nigga that said, whatever Wham say, go. And Baby been telling y'all it's over for Gunna. And, like, we know what go on in the prisons with niggas with money. You don't think he was talking to Baby? I think the whole internet was waiting for him to come home and to see if he exonerated Gunna from telling, as if that video
Like
wasn't
he
going
told
to
him
still
to
read
tell.
the same, right?
Yeah.
But what happens is they waiting for that so bad that they take the amendment to his parole when they say no, we still have to be able to talk to Gunna because we have business with him as him exonerating Gunna, and that's not what that was. That was business.
Exactly.
That was, I'm going to have to call this nigga about my paper at some point. And when I call him, I don't need to go to jail for it.
Right.
If my people's
Or
communicate,
y'all might be on a show deal together or anything.
and he just pled out to some shit that said that we a gang. So I definitely want to be clear on the fact that if I'm calling him, it's not for gang activity. That's all he said in that court thing. And actually, it was his lawyer that made sure that it was
niggas be dumb and they never been in jail or
never
don't
been
know
through
law.
nothing,
Yeah,
and don't
so
know
just
that
be
you're
like,
not really allowed to call a nigga a rat.
Yeah, you're not. That's called like intimidation.
It took what's the name down? AR man.
Oh, Dark Low.
Dark Low.
Yeah. I heard about
Like, you can't do that when you got status. Are you crazy? That is a cooperating.
It's a green light.
That's a cooperating witness.
Yeah, it's a green light.
You can't do that.
It's like anybody do something to him is because you said that.
And I don't understand why people, and I said this before, I said it to my youngest the other day. I don't understand why people that know someone is cooperating think that if they say something to them, it's going to stop the cooperation. Like, they just going to divorce the police and say, forget everything I told you, I'm rolling with him. Like, that's not going to happen. They're going to go to jail. They're going to keep telling.
Sometimes you can't do something, the other nigga got to do it to see that it's real.
At the end of the day, man, if it's not going to be over, it ain't nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, because it's already happening. So, like, yeah, I just think that he provided a little clarity, and I think that he's been, like you said, he put out a tweet before about the baby shit. I think he's been tight roping a very thin line, and he needs to be careful.
Yeah, he said something about rats. He said, let's
get
drop
together
one on these rats,
rats,
Peter,
yeah.
some shit.
And it's like,
He said,
and he deleted it.
Then he said, real plea deal, Jack.
Well, that was, that wasn't as dangerous.
It wasn't, but he
That
was
was a
basically
6.
saying.
That was a 6. These other ones is 9s.
Right, but he's basically saying he's saying it's part
He's
of the
saying,
story,
I
the
ain't
sequence.
do it how you did it.
Yeah, he's saying you told, I didn't.
Right. That's what he's saying. But and I think that that's the part where it get weird because now they have a succession of tweets. They have back to back of you still looking like this might be pertaining to that over and over again. And he has to be careful, bro.
Yeah, because like,
a shitload of
what if a random fan does something to Gunna? What happens to Thug then?
They taught you that in middle school if you was smart or if you was in the streets. They told you, yo, stop yelling stuff out loud. Because if something happened to that person and it ain't that you that did it, they gonna come get you anyway.
Bro, listen, I've been locked up before, and it's like, if you got a problem with somebody, right? A nigga will stand up in the middle of the day room where y'all playing cards where the CEO's at and be like, what's up, nigga? Let's go. You want to fight right now?
Yep.
Or a nigga stand up and walk past you and be like, yo, meet me and myself.
Yep.
And either way, y'all can lock ass.
Yep.
But the difference is you might only get a few seconds in front of the CEO.
Yep. You know that. That's why you called me out in front
like, yeah, so.
But when we go in this cell, in this room, when nobody know what's happening, then we got as long as it takes for somebody to walk out.
Yep.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so.
No, it's the same way everywhere, man. And see, like, I even come from a basketball culture of that. Like, all that arguing at practice shit, coaches will tell you either step in the circle or shut up.
Right.
If you step in the circle, they let you mix. But you know the percentage of times niggas stepped in the circle?
It's low.
20. And it's the same niggas. You know, you always got a wild card on the team or two. It be the same niggas that nigga run and jump both feet in. Other nigga be like, But the rule was, if you don't get in a circle, I don't want to hear about nothing that happened after practice. You can't fight on the way home. Right? Like, that's how you handle shit, man. Yeah. Like, it is what it is.
You go head up with it or leave it alone.
And you don't get to snap him in front of us. So it's controlled to a certain extent. Get y'all little shit up and let's get back to work.
Yeah.
And everybody get on the line. Suicides. Like,
no, that's gladiator school though for you. What more can you ask for?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, Thug still. I mean, I respect the fact that I don't think it's just a persona with him, bro. I think this is really who he is.
But everybody said him and Lucci is really that.
Yeah, so it's like you know, people telling him to chill. He can't. I mean, he gonna chill, but
He gonna have to.
he want to still say, yeah, I'm still who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what that real plea deal joint.
Yeah,
that was solid. That was enough.
But now, this the question: where does the career go from here?
Wherever he decides for it to go, because I gotta believe, yo, there's a play for Thug to run around for 2 years and fall back forever. Like, he can go out like Prince and just be like, fuck all this shit.
I'll be honest, though. I don't like him making any statements on the internet right now.
I don't like it at all.
I think that he needs to save all of this for an album.
But even that,
half of that can't go on the album.
It doesn't need to go on the album. Don't say anything so that people get your album in anticipation of these types of statements. Whether you give them to him or not is up to you.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people like, well, maybe it's a play. Maybe everybody's in on it. Maybe he's trying to build momentum. It's like, no, this is the most dangerous shit you could do.
You got 15-year fucking walk-off to get a dub.
To not get a dub on the back end.
What?
That's heavy.
Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing
I'm not playing
about
with
that
that.
boy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it could be a play. I don't know. Because Thug is the same nigga who wore a dress. Right?
Yeah, but after watching this, that's ill-advised. He should be smarter than that.
Right. But
that's all I'm saying.
At the end of the day.
Because we seen too many examples of like T.I. went back for getting on the tour bus when he got out.
Yeah. I think
like that shit happens fast. T.I. ain't even get home.
How is his music gonna hit now though? Cause what he gonna talk about?
He one of the most creative motherfuckers.
I mean, he is an instrument, but
yeah, he's that.
When we talking that dirty Thug shit, like how Thug really be rolling that slime season and all that.
But you know, it's a way to give up.
We want to hear that shit.
You know, in music, and you know this because you've done it before. There's a way to insinuate shit and turn up without having to say shit. And there's a way to bury punchlines.
Yeah, but Thug ain't that type of rapper,
yes,
bro.
Yes, he is. Half the time he don't speak English.
Right, but I'm saying this too. Compared to a lot of the music he was making, like, Thug talk dirty. He talk that street shit.
Bro, when the studio was in your basement, you go down there and work it out.
Nah, I feel you.
500 songs, put out 20.
No, that makes sense. For sure.
You go work it out.
No, for sure. That makes sense to do. I'm just saying. How are we going to hear a Thug without hearing slime, slat, and bow, all that type shit?
Because
the shit that he talk about.
The crazy shit that happens, though, is a lot of that was going to run its course anyway.
I don't know.
A lot of that was going to run. Slangs change, movements change, all of that. But with that many motherfuckers that used to say that sitting on the stand, oh, man. I don't even want to hear it no more.
Oh, man. Then lyrics. You talking about lyrics.
Think about what I said.
They
that many niggas that lyrics. Swore by that shit sat on the stand.
They getting way too busy with lyrics, man. Y'all young boys making it hot. Like, y'all we can't even rap no more without going to jail.
I'm so happy I've been smart this whole time.
I mean, fuck. NWA, they was talking about directly to police, but we've been being able to tell our stories. Now it's like, oh, we ain't telling stories. We saying everything is true. So, motherfucker get locked up for saying some shit that they didn't even know happened.
And that brings us to our next topic.
Right. That was a great segue, Kay.
I seen it.
Yeah. So, we mentioned Durk's indictment on the last couple of streams. Cash, you have some updates for us regarding his lyrics.
Oh no! Every time we start talking about
stop doing that next to me, yo. This nigga is crazy, yo.
I chose a different picture this week to avoid this.
You gonna make me slam him? Like, why you keep doing that?
No, cause
like you know something I don't.
Niggas was following me earlier, B.
What?
Like, it's like no.
Yo,
this nigga is wild, yo. Imagine you chilling and a nigga just like, yo, is it time?
Nah, so listen, I seen some things that was saying for one I saw an update that said that they were implicating Durk for some lyrics that he had that probably tied in. I think supposedly could have tied into the Lil Pop situation. Somebody was calling my phone. Hold on.
I saw that, but yeah.
I'm about to pull it right up.
They also went on to say that Durk specifically told the person that booked the flights to hotels and all of that, not to one book anybody near him that he could be associated with, and I don't think that happened. Two, the person used the credit cards to pay for the ski mask and the hotel rooms for these individuals. And you know what I got from that? Who else can tell you that he told me not to book nobody that's associated with him besides the person that was booking the shit?
Right.
So why wouldn't he buy the ski mask in the hotel rooms with the card that I told you don't use for the shit?
Right.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like this boy is in a pickle, yo.
It said, according to Billboard, federal prosecutors are citing Lil Durk's lyrics in the criminal case accusing him of ordering his OTF associates to murder rapper Quando Rondo in a 2022 shooting, arguing he sought to commercialize the crime by rapping about his revenge. The lyrics say, told me they got that Addy, go, go. Got location, go, go. Green light, go, go, go. Durk raps in the song, look on the news and see your son. You screaming no, no. Pussy, what you think of? That's wild.
It's wild if you seen a video of Quando screaming no.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know how the drill scene play where whatever happens, they make hooks and references to for the rest of the time. A whole dance came out of somebody getting stabbed in their side.
That's wild.
You ain't know that?
Uh-uh.
That whole dance came from somebody getting stabbed.
What dance that? Who dance was that?
I forget the name of it, but I seen it in one of the joints. It's official. Like, it went viral on TikTok, but it literally came by somebody getting poked up on a subway platform.
That's crazy.
That was the idea from it, you mean?
Yeah.
They made a joke about it, and then they made a dance around it, and then it went viral.
That's bananas.
Yeah.
Who are we raising, bro? Like, what the fuck?
I ain't raised none of them.
I'm
proud of mine.
I'm saying, like, yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
90% of mine is doing
as far
great.
as a nation. Yeah, but then also I seen on Durk too that the fans is like trolling him. I seen something that
they trolled him into that shit. Slide for vibe.
yeah, they trolled him into that too. But I seen they like now it's like the other end of the trolling. It's like it should be a real viewing.
They hype you up long enough to be a dummy.
Right. It should be a view to all the young kids. Like you see what happens, bro. Like you do some dumb shit, then you go to jail, then they still gonna clown you.
Can we have real talk? I just had this conversation with two youngins recently in this crib, in this studio. I was sitting in there and I'm talking to them, and I'm telling them like, yo, y'all are at a weird state where like we really can't really understand all of the shit, but y'all have enough access to see how it plays out. Like y'all are watching these dudes that y'all glorify really crash and burn before they get anywhere. And you still want to run around the streets of Philly looking like them?
Yeah.
And not saying that that's what they was doing, but I'm just saying their generation.
Yeah.
And we have real talk about that because it's
facts.
like, yo, I could give you so many situations where it's like we got to see his whole arc until his demise, and he ain't 25. That's crazy. He ain't do no Tupac shit before he died. He ain't do no Biggie shit before he died. He made a lot of people mad, and he not going to be able to be buried anywhere.
Can't even have a public funeral and shit like that.
You want to wallahi everything to death, and you can't be buried in no Muslim Islamic grave sites. Like, you going out bad. And we see it. And I had that conversation recently, and I don't want to go on a tangent, but, like, I'm still talking to the youth. I don't know what y'all doing.
No, for sure. Every chance I get,
and I told
try
them,
to talk to
and I
guys.
told them that y'all giving up on them. And I told them how often I have conversations with y'all when y'all say they not listening, and I appreciated the youngins that I had for listening. Because they're leaders. And they going to be able to pass what I said on to a homeboy, and it's going to make his situation a little lighter.
Yeah, I thought of just saying that to bring that point about, because it's like, it's just sad. Like, motherfuckers will say some shit like, oh, you ain't slide for your man. But then if you get booked for doing this shit and show that you actually really bought it, then it's like, oh, you stupid.
And then you watch the video of Wallow telling Durk homies that he had to forgive the nigga that killed his brother.
Right, that's gangster.
And you see what go on, and you see what he said.
It's easy to
I
go
gotta
crazy.
be here to take care of mom and grandma
Right.
and sis and them. Like, at some point, we just like I'm gonna become a dependent or an asset.
Right.
Right?
No, I seen a clip that had the All My Life video with Durk, and then at its top it said, like, how long you about to do in jail?
Wow.
Like, they fry him with that, and that's what
The
made
crazy
me
thing is,
come up with that whole
I
topic.
might have heard that song twice, and that's one of the songs that still be in my head. Like, it's a good, like, it's a feel good joint. Like, you might wake up in the morning like,
It's a great record. Yeah.
It's like it's a good joint.
It's a triumphant type of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People need that.
I like making music that's like that myself. You know what I'm saying?
You and me both, bro. I try to bring energy or vibes more than whatever, but you know, we get crazy too.
No, for sure.
We get crazy too.
Yeah, because we got all types of energy.
We horrible too.
Yeah, for sure.
In a good way.
I understand that.
I'm responsible with my horrible.
Nah, me too. Very much so. Because I know some people that if they was in my position, then it'd be Darth Vader out this motherfucker.
Bro, I always tell people, I got people that surround me that have every excuse to be the worst people in the world, and they out here smiling and shaking hands and making other motherfuckers' lives better, and I appreciate y'all. And I ain't talking about you though.
We trying to get away from that shit though.
I'm fucking with
That's how you do it. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
It gotta be us. What I say when you said what you said the other day, I said I love us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep doing that shit. We ain't gotta talk about what that was about.
But yeah, let's get to another topic, Kay. Unless you got something to say on that, John.
No, I'm good.
They saying these newest.
Okay, how long? Okay, let's
hold on real quick. They saying these newest enhancements to the discovery or the charges actually have it where he's about to be facing life.
God bless.
No disrespect. How long y'all think before somebody crack India?
Nigga. If you know what I know.
You know what I know.
Bro. I took my pictures and them motherfuckers was like, yo, you know your homies is fucking your bitch right now. I'm like, I'm just taking fucking pictures, getting processed.
Not in process.
I couldn't even argue.
Who you knew in process? You knew
Nobody.
somebody?
They just be talking crazy
because
because they know what be happening.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
I had a situation that was thorough. I wound up having to apologize to the female at that time because I went crazy at one point. Like, the money there. Why I'm still here? And niggas was like, bro, I told her I had to make a play first. I had you. Because I couldn't tell nobody what my shit was. Like, it was a thing. But, like, yeah, I flipped out. But
what you talking about, though? Anyway, period. Like, what
anyway. I'm just saying. They'll tell you from day one.
You going federal right now. We talking about some federal shit. I ain't even with all that.
All right.
I don't even like that energy. Like,
all right. I think it's time to move on.
Expunge yours.
I feel like it's that time of the night. Let's get the politics out the way. Let's talk about it.
This man looked like a chicken. Look like a wing. Like a drum.
Y'all ever seen
Drum
The
head.
Manchurian Candidate? There's a movie called The Manchurian Candidate. Yo, watch that shit. Yo, I've been saying this for years, yo.
I know, you keep saying it.
Yeah, I don't think people know picking up what I'm putting down. But go ahead.
All right. So, last week was the U.S. presidential elections, and Trump ended up with a historic victory. He ended up taking every single swing state. What do you guys think?
I think,
I voted. And I paid smokers. It's like, no.
yo, you so stupid, yo. This nigga is funny. That was funny, yo. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny, yo. You stupid, yo.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, you know, I voted, and I said on this platform before whose side I was on. Like, you know what I mean? I'm riding for anybody but homie. And at that point, I definitely was riding for Kamala because, like someone said recently, at least, you know, she acts like she cares about what you care about. And that's important. This guy, I believe, has an agenda. And I believe his agenda is not about us, it's about he and them. And all of the prefixes that he's trying to shut down in his return to office. But I think that it wasn't surprising to me a lot of people, when I went to work the next day, were very shocked and very, like, moved. And, like, they couldn't get it together. Like, not saying, like, a majority, but, like, a lot of people, like, you could just see it.
Yeah. I seen people was moved by it.
And people was being vocal about it. And I understand that, but I wasn't surprised enough to feel like that.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean? Like, I kind of was prepared for that the whole time. Like, well, you know where we at, right?
Right.
Like, we gonna keep acting like the person that disrespects everybody except this group and that group is not gonna still have support?
Bro, bullshit has been going on in Washington and politics since the 60s and 70s, bro. Or, like...
Before that.
But the part about it that makes it groundbreaking, and I'm gonna be honest, it was a large part of like the missteps that was like just the only focal point of one side of the race, is the Roe v. Wade thing. Is like a blockbuster change in American history, right? Mm-hmm. It's been around for so long, and now all of a sudden, when we think we're being progressive, this thing gets stripped that makes you feel like you're going backwards. That was more prominent than the stuff that they want to do to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I feel that, for sure.
So it's like, at a certain point, then you wind up where we know how this country run. This country was damn near built on Christianity or Catholicism.
Mm-hmm.
Your numbers is starting to get shaky when you keep fighting for that. And I'm not trying to make a point about that, but what I'm saying is, like, certain things didn't surprise me because I saw certain things being like, a lot of people being like, all right, y'all give a fuck. I don't. You want to strengthen the middle class. Okay. You want to give black people more money. Okay. Like, motherfuckers, and even black people didn't care about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, whatever. It is what it is. Get your shit together, man. Keep your eyes open and watch your neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your neighbors. Because I don't want to frighten anybody, but I got to at least give you that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else?
I mean, for me personally, I wasn't so much surprised at the outcome of this election, but I definitely felt a sense of defeat. Like, I'm very realistic. I know what America is. I know, shit goes on. We make terrible decisions sometimes as a collective, but it is what it is. That being said, like, the day after the election was decided, I ended up walking into a bar while I was doing outreach, and one of the people who was patronizing the bar was crying. And the bartender later told me that both of that person's parents were undocumented. Mm-hmm. And, because of the rhetoric that Trump ran on and all of his policies that he stands for.
And his first day agenda.
Her family is legitimately scared, and they've been in this country for 20 years. She was born in this country. And to hear that type of story, or some of the other stories that you hear about, women in the South who their lives are literally jeopardized or sometimes lost because they're unable to access the health care that they need. Or other stories from families that are separated at the border or things like that. Like, there's just so many stories that will break your heart when you think about the outcome of this election and what that means for some of these people. It makes me, the one thing that we have to realize from this election and that Democrats need to learn from is that people vote within their self-interests when it comes to a presidential election. Yep. And you can no longer appeal to the greater collective good and a sense of helping your neighbor when it comes to appealing to get a vote. And at this point, like, and some of the things that we're hearing now when we talk about how the Democratic campaign went wrong, you hear people say like, oh, well, she never spoke directly to the black male voter, or She never focused on getting the Latino vote or these types of narratives. And yes, that's true. But that speaks to this larger picture that people vote within their self-interest. Mm-hmm. And you need to make sure, if you're running for office, you need to try and align your policies and your platforms to as many people's self-interests as possible. Now, that can be devastating for those people who live in the outliers. Like if you are somebody who is trans, or if you are an undocumented American, because you are never going to be the global self-interest.
Right.
So I think that, as a whole, we're living in a scary ideological time as a nation.
Well, I said years ago that I knew when Trump ran the first time that he was going to win. And you know why I knew that? Because a couple months after that presidential cycle went through, before his, they said whoever spends the most money on the next campaign will win the presidency. And then he entered the race. And I said, oh shit, it's over. Like some things just, it's ebbs and flows of how this thing goes. And the more that they make people aware of things, then you got to twist it a little bit and make a new strategy. Mm-hmm. And it's like, this country doesn't remember. I think we have a recency bias when it comes to him. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's a representation of how the people feel. And it is what it is. But please believe that he's already said a bunch of stuff he's going to do that y'all not going to like. And you're always talking about Kamala and how many people she might have locked up that was black men. He's talking about giving drug dealers life sentences.
Yeah.
Right now. He ain't even get back yet.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And you a felon yourself.
Non-violent offenders. And he's a 32-time felon. And he's talking about giving drug dealers life right now.
That's crazy.
So, I remember some of y'all, that was y'all argument.
Yeah.
Look a little funny in the light.
Yeah, dude.
Time to get into that different tax bracket.
They did say something about him being, letting people have license to carry though if you was a felon.
He also talked about giving police immunity.
Right, so
right back at you, black man.
Yeah, right. That's crazy.
This qualified immunity was overqualified enough. Mm-hmm. And y'all don't even know that. Y'all don't know the difference.
I
but
thought about that when
me
niggas told me that
she
too.
probably did. Like, you tripping. But anyway, let's move on. Let's have some fun.
Well, this next topic is not going to be fun, because speaking of police immunity, we have some close-to-home situations to get into.
Yes, we do.
So this news came out today. The shooting came yesterday. But Philadelphia police fatally shot an armed man following a domestic disturbance that escalated into a gunfire exchange and vehicle pursuit in southwest Philadelphia. Again, this happened Sunday evening, and the news was reported this morning. So what do you guys think? What have you heard about this situation?
What I heard about this situation was that the female in the situation, who was presumed to be his woman, called the police and said that he had fired a shot in the house already. They pulled up. He led pursuit. He hopped in somebody's truck and told them to pull off. And then that's the last of what I believe happened. So either way, he got killed, right? Mm-hmm. And it was over a response to a domestic, and it leans into some stuff that's not going to be tended to in this 47th anyway, where we say that police need to have all type of, or our city should have all type of people we dispatch to certain situations, or train for these situations where somebody that's enraged with a woman, she wasn't shot, he's dead now.
So, did he fire at the police?
That's unclear.
That's wild,
Last
bro.
I heard, that was unclear. That's why Kay described the
bro.
way she did.
Yeah.
And it was on 52nd and like Woodland. Like that's the radius I grew up in, bro. Like that shit crazy.
No, I was all around.
How old was him? Was the guy?
I don't know.
Damn it, I want to say he was in his 30s.
That's major, bro. I fucking
I'm
don't
not
know what
sure.
it was.
I might be confusing stories, so don't quote me on that. If anybody in the chat has any information,
They ain't released no names or nothing, but that shit just crazy. Like after seeing that shit with Trump talking about, and it's like the vibes, like so this
let
the
it go.
vibes. And they said that it was a police officer that said it was a good shoot, like as if police officers, yeah, like.
Well, there's terminology that's used in police in the same way as in the military.
Right.
And a good shoot means something different to them than it does to us.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It means that I can go home with a clear conscience.
Mm-hmm.
He was 47.
47?
Damn.
Yeah, that's a different story I'm thinking of. All right, cool. I wanted to make sure because I'm like, I don't know. Because I know it's a situation that an officer was involved in. Now I think it's 34, but I don't know if it's in Philly.
Yeah, so the latest is saying that it happened on the 5400 block of Chancellor.
Yeah, that's the report I heard.
Yep.
When he said 52nd, I'm like,
Oh.
No, it's 54.
That's west,
But they pursued him to 52nd and Woodland.
That's what happened.
Okay, all right.
So that's probably where the thing happened.
Trying to get away.
So that's where he was shot at, was 52nd and Woodland.
I need to see what happened. I need more.
Yeah, like.
And the crazy thing is, when you don't see more, then you know that there's more to see.
Well,
Right.
I'm
they
sure...
got body cams and shit. What the fuck?
Right.
Body cams, ring cams.
Yep.
ATM cams.
Yeah.
Gas
Like I said,
station
this
cams.
is very early on, so I'm sure more will be released in the next coming days around this.
Yeah, that sounds fishy. Like.
It's crazy because if this come out weird,
Yo, speaking of fishy,
they gonna get what they thought they was gonna get last week. And I ain't trying to be funny, but y'all know how West Philly react.
yeah, it's nasty.
It'll get bad, yo.
And I was just there. Like when I had
My
seen
whole
that
family
news,
in West
I
is
had just slid through there yesterday.
Ridiculous, yo.
Got a couple more dark topics before we lighten
Learn
things
how to
up.
diffuse situations.
Yo, I cooked fried halibut last night.
Halibut is a good fish.
Shit was slim.
It's a good fish. I like halibut.
Super.
You knew I was gonna know. You funny.
What?
You know I be knowing.
I didn't know you was going to know.
All right. So, another dark news in the world. Iran is about to pass a new child bride law
What the fuck?
that allows for
Wow.
marriage for girls as young as 9 years old. It will officially be the youngest allowed brides in the world. And in addition to this this law allowing for child brides being as young as 9, it also takes away certain rights from women altogether, including their right to divorce, their right to child custody, and their right to inheritance across the entire country.
Wow.
It's a bad job.
So they going back further into the fucking past than us.
Yes.
But
Yes.
what I think of before you say all of those extras is what created what could be seen as, I guess, a necessity for this. But then when you say all of that rest of that, it's like, well, it's just bombs over Baghdad. It's not logical at that point. It's just like everything about a woman is just like, yo, we do what we want. As soon as she come out, fucking
Well, culturally,
tie her shoes.
there are
freaky.
certain pockets of
That's
Iran
crazy.
I'm dying about that.
that still believe women to be property.
No, but what you said just made sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm dying about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had your child 7 years ago when this law didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
You supposed to just adhere to it when she turned 9.
Yeah, like what?
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
Like
fuck
you
that.
might have thought 15 or 13. I don't know what it was before that. But now you supposed to just be like, oh, well, 9 is the new law.
Yeah, like.
And I know that it's a lot you can't do. That's not America. But like you said, you die about yours.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, at that point, it is what it is. That's
crazy.
wild, yo. I didn't know nothing about this, and this is depressing.
Where is this at? Oh, in Iran.
You know why? Been around children a long time. My whole life, I've worked around children. a 9-year-old, yo.
Not at all ready to be a wife.
And I mean, in no capacity.
Not even remotely.
A 9-year-old is not old enough to babysit her 2 younger siblings when we leave the house.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we can't even run that play.
No.
So there's nothing that we can train her for that she could do now and that's bride-like.
No.
Except be groomed.
These poor children.
That is amazing, yo, and fucking sad as hell.
These poor children.
Golly.
Yeah, so send some prayers up to young girls in Iran.
Imagine the people that's in America that see this get passed for the peoples back home.
Right.
They siblings and whatever. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yo, that's so crazy.
My
so
roommate
scary.
freshman year was from Iran.
Dude. Just play my music, yo. Just stream me. I'll be cool. I'm gonna put my, you know what I mean, kids' names and some of the shit, you know what I mean, so they can get some cheese. Just stream my shit, cause I'm dying about that shit. Like, fuck it.
I don't even know what you're talking about. That sounds.
I'm talking about the topic.
Yeah, but that was wild.
All right.
Just stream my music.
Okay.
We got one more dark topic before we lighten things up.
Strange time to promote.
I'm saying if that's what to happen if I die, just stream my music.
Cash.
Okay.
Crazy man.
You got to
I wanted you to
introduce this
explain
one.
Yeah. So, it's freaky shit going on, and I feel like if this, I don't know. I feel like if this was a different race of a person, it would be more
Yeah, cause I ain't even know.
exploited. But this guy is freaky, basically. I'm gonna read it.
So the caption says 14-year-old admits to beating and raping a 91-year-old woman in her home, and this is from court records. You have the 14-year-old pictured here.
It's deep.
It's crazy that he's pictured, but go ahead.
Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this what 14-year-olds do now? Like this, like some kick shit? Like,
I think that this goes back to something that I've been talking about for a while, where this generation that is always on their phone, on the internet, always on the game, don't really know how to socialize, don't have any idea of certain things, and have too much exposure to fantasy, right? And I believe that there's a weird intersection that we're going to see of young children, because I kind of see it in them now, where they're going to be overly aggressive in situations where you was taught how to marinate that fish. You see what I'm saying? And I think that this is possibly, I mean, anybody,
this is outrageous,
anybody that does the grape has a mental disability because, or a real problem because somebody say no, and you say, oh, I'm still ready. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like, you tell me no, I'm like, oh shit, I ain't shit. Like, I don't get it. Like,
Nah, I feel where you coming from.
You see what I'm saying?
Your delivery is just horrible.
No, because, you know, we entertain it.
No, I feel you.
It.
But exactly, like,
but
if
at
you,
the same time, it's like, that's already a sickness.
Yeah.
But I think that the extremes that we're going to see are going to be different, and we got more access. But just because, like, this generation has no idea. They have no idea how to, like, book something at the basketball court. Or, you know.
Nah, but how the fuck do that compare you to doing some extreme shit like this?
Because if you're not doing that, then you left to what's in your phone or what's in your brain.
A 91-year-old woman?
Like, I got to believe he probably lost his virginity to her.
Listen, fuck all that. What's going to happen now when he goes to jail? What's going to happen to him?
He's going to have a horrible existence.
He's going to have a rough time.
I'm going to tell you something. This is why I brought up this topic. I'm going to tell you something, though. Y'all seen he going to have a horrible experience, right? But anytime I've been to a SCI, which is State Correctional Institute,
Shit.
all sex offenders are housed on the same unit.
Yep. Now, did you see the video recently of the judge telling the young boy he's about to get passed around for some ramen noodles?
No, I ain't see that.
Yo, watch that video, yo. She is like trying real talk with him, and he a light skinned boy and all of that, and he's standing there with the like, you know, the little tilt to the head like he bout it, and she like, you don't understand, like, there was a young man that came through this court for murder, and as soon as he got to where he was going, he had sex with a gentleman, and I can't tell you that it was consensual.
Right.
Like, do you want to be passed around for ramen noodles? You think it's a game. It's real out here. Y'all better learn, man. When I say uncomfortable could come from a unit full of sex offenders. Because these niggas can't control themselves.
The one, like, bro, the ones I've been around, bro, like, they be really sheltered, man. Like, they'll do some random shit to, like, a counselor or something, but they don't never, like, it don't be like they intermix with nobody that's a regular criminal, like.
But if a bunch of motherfuckers is on the same unit, you don't know what happened on that unit all the time.
Nah, you don't.
Cause like it be shit that happened that the motherfuckers that's supposed to be man in the unit missed, and it come back in rumors.
My whole landing is basically how different the situations are. That's a grotesque crime versus how you really actually get treated for it.
No, but if he like if anything,
this fucking president is talking about giving niggas life for fucking drugs and people doing shit like this and getting 4 to 8s and shit.
Well, what we usually bank on, as at least in our community, as somebody that do heinous shit and go to jail, is that the jails will deal with it.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers will catch you in transport, back and forth to court. Like, motherfuckers get you where they get you, bro.
Somebody from somewhere they know you gonna know you when you go to jail. That's how
it's always the thing. And at the same time, they have the internet. When a motherfucker say this person is going to Gwinnett County right now, them motherfuckers know who coming. They there watching the news.
I just want to say,
they go all the way.
9 times out of 10, whoever he did that to, that's somebody's mom, and I know they got to be hurt right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know a young man that I knew personally that did something savage to an older neighbor, and I don't want to speak on it right now, but like, bro, I couldn't. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is at that point. And then he gave them everything they wanted when they got him, so he gonna do what he gotta do. It is what it is.
All right. Let's move on.
Shit's sad, yo.
Let's move on to something a little bit more happy.
Please.
Out of the dirt.
For real?
So, Jess Hilarious is back on the Breakfast Club.
Yo, do she still got that 6-pack pleat, yo?
You know she just had a baby. That's why she wasn't on the Breakfast Club.
Nah, I know, but like, when she come back, do the pack still look regular, like, after the baby came out?
Oh, my goodness, yo. How many kids you had? Go ahead, Kay.
All right.
She got a plate in her chest, my man. What are you talking about?
Not her stomach.
Yes, she do. She had that ab surgery shit that make you look like you got abs before she got pregnant.
That's not a plate that... Bro, stop it, yo. How does her stomach fluctuate to support a baby if she has a metal plate in her stomach?
All right. I'm gonna tell you about it later.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
So, Jess Hilarious was out on maternity leave from the Breakfast Club, and she has had her baby and has now returned to the Breakfast Club. So welcome Jess back.
Yo, Jess. From Baltimore, yo.
Yo.
Sam, you watch the Breakfast Club all the time.
Not how you say it.
2.
T.
Are you happy to have Jess back?
I got mixed emotions. I love Jess in a lot of ways, but Lauren LaRosa was carrying that motherfucker.
Killing
like
it.
Motherfucker. And I hate, like, they say that when 2 women are successful, we always pair them against each other. But if I have to morning by morning listen to 2 women that do the same exact job to the same capacity on the same platform, then I'm going to know the difference.
So I had the same conversation.
Now,
no, go ahead.
part of it is Jess is a personality and a comedian. Lauren LaRosa is a journalist, and she comes from TMZ. It's a different thing. There's a different amount of access to resources.
Right.
You know, to get background on certain things. If somebody's locked up, she is calling motherfuckers and getting direct quotes from people that nobody else is getting. That's a different level. But at the same time, I can compare that to somebody that says the storyline, and then when people ask for more backup, says, I don't know, man. I don't know, yo. They clowned out. Like, it's a difference. But go ahead.
That's what she be doing?
That's what Jess used to do a lot of.
No,
And
I was
think
just
that
going to
she
say.
won't do it as much now because she's seen Lauren run it.
I was just going to say, like, you know, I had that conversation earlier, but, like, I don't know if they work well together. I think both of them carry the show. But if together, it's just, but in the same breath, it's like, damn, they are kind of in two different realms of, like, age. Like, so they kind of got different perspectives
When
or
you
whatever.
talk about Lauren and Jess?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know, it's like, Lauren is kind of funny.
I'm about to say, but Lauren's funny, though.
Yeah, in the same breath,
And
she don't
the
be
weird
like,
part.
she don't be like trying to be like funny.
No, she's witty.
Yeah. So, in the same breath, then we looking at Jess that is a comedian already.
Right.
Like, are you just trying to drive home jokes or vice versa? You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
And we see a difference in, and I'm be honest, we see a difference when you're on a platform that big. You see the difference in people's insecurities, and what can be joked about, what can't be joked about, what gets shut down,
Yeah.
and what gets reacted to.
Jess look a little uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's like sometimes somebody shoot something. And they've been joking about Lauren Wig for the last 4 months. And Lauren got a good clap back every time that's not overkill.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
Right.
like, oh, in good faith humor. And it's like, I don't think that they mesh that same way, even though I don't want them to be the same person. I think that we see what could be desired after having an Angela and a Jess and then having a Lauren. While they had Morgan doing the news, I felt like you saw a flow between Envy, Charlotte, Morgan, and Lauren. That was like, that's nice.
Right.
Because Morgan be on point. Morgan be having too many stories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Lauren always has the right input, feedback, and timing.
Yeah.
Because she was on a super strict platform. Jess is still learning some of that. So I'm not trying to take away from her. What do you think, Kat?
I mean, I like Lauren as well. I also like Jess. So I agree. I think we should give Jess a little grace.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm just excited for her to be back and,
I'm
you
glad
know,
she's
for
back.
her to welcome motherhood, and
No, for
that's
sure.
dope. So good for
No,
her.
she already got, I think she had a son already.
Yeah. And no, she had a daughter.
No, she I thought she had a son. All right.
But what I want to say is, my point, I guess, would be that I want people to realize that it's not necessarily the same thing as they do with rappers, where you just be like, oh, that's a female rapper, they gotta hate each other. This was the thing where we saw two women publicly on a large stage do the same job, and one with a little less experience in one realm of it, right? But we love both of them. So we hope that we still get to see Lauren, and we happy that Jess is back.
Right.
Like, that doesn't change that part. But for some of y'all think y'all gotta pick teams, and that makes those young ladies feel like it's that. And it's not that. We just saw the play get ran by two good shooting guards. And it's like, what's your preference? The motherfucker that's 22 or the one that's 17 that got a bigger upside because he can learn that this year. Right? So it's going to be what it's going to be. But shout out to both of those ladies, because I like the way they handled the transition back. And I actually want people to know that Jess was the reason that they brought Lauren back in.
Right.
Because she auditioned before, like Jess was. When she went out on maternity leave, she told them to bring her back.
Wow.
And a lot of people don't know that.
That's
So the way that they transitioned back was pretty dope, because neither one of them they've been hanging out before she got back on air. They was kicking it.
Right.
Lauren said she was texting her once a week to make sure she was okay. How's everything with the baby type talk? You know what I mean?
That's dope.
Right.
So I don't want y'all to keep pushing that narrative to these women, because there is a relevant one where it's like time, space, job, cool, but they love each other, and we love both of them.
Right.
So
I feel you.
I wanted to be clear on that. Maybe
Yeah.
a little long-winded, but
I feel the same way.
yeah. But I think that Lauren is awesome.
Yeah, me too.
And I already thought Jess was dope, but I got to learn so much about Lauren LaRosa
All
as a
right.
personality.
Let's take a
I'm
jump.
not a TMZer.
Right.
What'd you say, Kat?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
She ain't aggravated.
Let's take a jump back to
Talking
sports.
about Lauren and all that. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have her choke Lauren the fuck out.
No, it's not even about that.
It's like, no.
Why to say that's weird? Let's talk about.
Let's get into this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson battle that is coming up this Friday on Netflix.
I'm in there.
You going?
They released
It's on Netflix.
a.
You said I'm in there.
They released a lead-up series on Netflix as well, kind of following their journey, getting ready for the fight. Did you guys watch that?
Yeah, I did.
Awesome. What did you
I
guys?
didn't even know it was about to. I looked on Netflix one day like, oh shit! I was at work watching that motherfucker.
I watched the Cam Joint and all that.
I watched that too.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
What did you guys think?
I think it's dope. I think it's gonna be a crazy fight.
Predictions?
I think if Paul is smart, he's gonna try to box with him. Like, he's gonna try to do enough to keep him at bay, enough for him to get tired, because that's the only real thing he got on his side besides his height or whatever, and his age, of course. But I don't think he wants to go in there and mix it up with him for too long. I mean, it's too many rounds, right? 2
I
minutes?
don't know how long the rounds are, but
They're not
probably
three.
they probably two. They probably two.
They're not three. They're not three.
If
I
I'm
know
thinking
they're not
about
three.
past, they probably two.
Yeah, so I don't know. But if he can sack Tyson, he has a better chance at winning, which he should have a better chance to do because the nigga is 60 years old.
8 2-minute rounds.
Yeah, 2 minutes. What's the difference between Gervonta Tank Davis and Mike Tyson?
Age, weight.
It's a way bigger difference than that in fighting style.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, for sure.
Tyson at damn near 60 only knows how to fight going in one direction.
Yeah, right.
Do you know that that's a fucking lot of power coming at you the whole
Yeah.
time? This nigga,
That's how he trained.
Did you watch him training?
Yeah.
You see his trainer was on the ropes.
He don't train the
out
box.
the ropes doing this.
Yeah.
Every time he stopped hitting this nigga's stomach because
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
That nigga started in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
Every clip ended with this nigga over the rope like
But
this.
I'm saying, if you got somebody working their feet and stepping off you and catching you and shit while you throwing it and making you miss, then it could become a problem.
I don't think Tyson knows how to hurt.
What you mean?
Like when you sidestep me and pop me, that's a point. But if I don't feel it until tomorrow.
Man, Jake Paul is big as shit too, bro.
No, Jake's strong as shit.
Yeah, like
Jake
he's
is in great shape.
He's in great shape.
He
bro.
looked good on the video.
Like,
He looked good.
I don't see if
But
he.
you see what
the
happened.
only way he's not hurting Tyson is if he not planting his feet right and throwing his punches right.
What did they say in the second episode of the Netflix joint? He got a new trainer that said we got to strip you down fundamentally from day one and
Right.
build you back up.
Mm-hmm.
That is a liability.
Mm-hmm.
That is a liability
Yeah, it is.
because it's saying that you've been winning off of size and
Right.
a little bit of technique.
Right.
Now I'm trying to teach you technique against Mike,
Who coming full
who
steam
is
ahead.
unfucking conventional.
He coming full
I can't even get you a sparring partner that's going to act like him.
No, and he like.
In sparring, you get 7 partners a day, right? I can't get you one of them niggas to emulate Mike to do this,
I don't know, man.
to do the pit bull shit.
It's just crazy to see Mike damn near like really 60 years old and still
Look like that.
look like that, bro.
Clean and shit. Even though it got postponed because of some health shit, it's like, yeah, but if he walk in that room, in that ring, I think if his kidney fail, he won't know till tomorrow.
That's kind of
Tyson just different, bro. No, Tyson is dad.
Yeah, I get it.
I grew up in that era where if
Yeah,
you
warrior.
pop the popcorn, you might miss the fight.
No, he a warrior, nigga. I know. I was around too. I just was young.
I remember, like, people act like it wasn't.
I
a thing.
watched the Buster Douglas fight.
Y'all niggas act like y'all wasn't on it. Y'all was about to stop paying for Tyson fights.
Yeah,
It was a thing at one point, like, yo, it's a waste of money.
he's knocking niggas the fuck out. As soon as you get in there, boop bop boop bop boop bop.
And he still talk like that.
Oh yeah, this is the fight we want to see.
What's this? I like the girl
Will
fight on the card.
Who is the boy next to him though?
That's
Kay?
his most recent opponent.
Yeah, so it's the big question. So Keyshawn Davis, which is the guy on the left, he just had a fight against some guy. I'm not
Against
sure,
Fistful.
but he was known to that was him. He was known to be a bully and a dog and really bring a good fight and all of that. And Keyshawn got out there and dropped him in the first 2 rounds, stopped it, and it looked beautiful too. I ain't gonna lie. And everybody saying as soon as he got done in that joint, he started trolling Tank. So I'm thinking, is he the guy that could possibly be Tank? I mean, just off of
Because
stats
he
and
knocked this nigga out.
how he
in 2
looked.
rounds?
No, not because of that. Just because of how his career, his record,
I mean,
his whole thing.
I
No
think
Diddy.
I think he could be a good draw for somebody that Tank fights that don't feel like he ducking big dogs, like motherfuckers that can really put in work. But at the same time, I think part of that narrative is because people don't give Tank enough credit on technique. They only give him credit for the power punch.
Mm-hmm.
Tank really knows how to rumble,
Mm-hmm.
like in a real way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't think people give him enough credit for that because a lot of his shit is quick.
But we ain't never see Tank fight nobody like him that's like a little taller, elusive.
But that's what I'm saying.
Box
I think that
better.
makes it where it's like if he takes that fight in between another fight, it don't look like he's sparring.
But then they still talking about him versus Lamont Roach. So
Well,
it's
that
like,
Roach fight is one of the ones where it's going to be one of the ones we want until they figure it out because they know what they can do with that. Like, that's not going to come when you want it to.
yeah. But
Not the way boxing been going recently.
if that's
It
the
might,
case, they shouldn't even said they was going to do it. That's the corny shit.
but that's to see where the purse go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got to draw attention. It's a drag.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, at the end of the day, he might be a worthy opponent, but beating Tank, like, if Tank loses to him, I'd be highly surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, but you never know. That's the game of boxing.
But this the twist, though. I love a good fight.
That's the
Like,
game
I
of
think
boxing.
people be like, yo, my man got to win. Like, I like to see a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I fuck with Tank.
One punch could change it all.
I really think people don't realize that Tank always has that mushroom in his back pocket, but he really knows how to fight. He was trained by the best.
No, for sure.
Yeah. That's fire, though. I would like to see that. Not over another fight, but if we need something to fill the space.
Not over what? Not over what fight?
The fight you just named.
What, the Roach fight?
Yep. Who else was it that everybody was talking
Shakur?
about? Shakur Stevenson joint.
Shakur gonna dance the whole fight, bro. He gonna jab that
Tank
man
not
to the
gonna
body.
let it. They're
He
gonna
gonna try to touch his
I'm
body
gonna tell you
and dance.
I'm gonna tell you what Tank's trainer is gonna do. He's gonna teach that nigga how to cut the ring off like Hopkins against that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta deal with me.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna train different. I'm telling you. Tank is capable of that. He can stalk you.
No, he's been showing his versatility.
Yeah, he can stalk you.
Nah, for sure. Cause he looked at first with the Frank Martin fight, he was looking kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it was
that
looking
Frank
like
Martin fight is what
it
made
was looking
everything
like
weird.
niggas was about to say, "Oh, like you know what I mean." But
It was the Frank Martin fight that got weird, but he been tanked throughout though.
no, for sure. But I ain't gonna
But
lie.
even in the Frank Martin fight, when he got rocked, that nigga eyes lit up.
I ain't saying, yeah, of course. I ain't saying he's
Like
supposed to take
jackpot.
everything. But he, like, we do want to see him fight somebody crazy.
And that's the thing, like, but at the end of the day, we filling out purses, right?
Right.
So the game is so strategic now, and these motherfuckers is making enough not to have to fight every other month. Tyson used to fight all the time. I don't think
Speaking of
people realize
getting
Okay,
bigger, what?
go ahead. What's the next topic? But what you was about to say?
Speaking of getting bigger opponents, I got some guy named Jay Krug on Gates of the Garden November 30th. Y'all should look out for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How many rounds?
On
How long your rounds?
probably like 5 minutes. That's all I'm gonna give him.
No, how long your round?
Well, it's gonna be 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes without the reaction time. I ain't writing longer than no 5 minutes for no one nigga. That's a song. Like that's a long song. 5 minutes. But I'm gonna put some shit in there for
You set
sure.
the platform?
Huh?
You set the platform?
The platform is Get to the Garden.
All right.
Yeah, and you know, C Cash, the album is out streaming. Go get it. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Videos coming soon. I just talked to me, Spady, the other day, this morning about doing a video for that. We about to put together some treatments.
Shout out Spady.
I got some other videos on my other project I want to drop too. So like niggas is about to be behind the cameras. I'm only fucking with that one battle. And November 16th, the shout out to E-Pill. We got a show with E-Pill November 16th. I got the flyer for that. You can just go on my grandma. I'm gonna drop it soon.
Alright, bet. Okay, where we at? Power moves. Let's talk about power moves.
Alright.
I feel like we got a lot to say about that. Like, we need to get into that.
Let's talk about it.
I know you was doing your don't go into this extra shit too early. No, because I said it at the beginning. Like, we went to the shit people ain't care about. But we care about this.
So how was the JC battle?
Let me introduce this first.
All right, I'm sorry.
So this weekend, he's talking about J2.
J2, my bad.
Right. So this weekend was the Bags and Bodies Presents Power Moves Battle Rap event.
Shout out
with the main battle being Hitman Holler versus Geechee Gotti. The card also featured New Jersey Twerk versus Big K, Swamp versus T-Rex, A-Ward versus Av, and Snake Eyes versus J2. Snake Eyes versus J2 was actually a freebie battle that they broadcast to YouTube for everybody to tune into. And Frozen Bros were providing the commentary as well as the behind-the-scenes interviews.
Fire.
So,
yeah, they did.
What'd you guys think of this card overall?
I thought it was a good card. Like, I know Cash, we watched it together, us as a unit, but Cash got here a little late. And the first thing he asked was, how was the J2 battle?
No, it's not the first thing I asked.
I'm fucking with you.
Yo, stop playing with me.
It was a good card. It was a good night. I think that they had a couple streaming issues and they had a lot of crowd issues, which took away from a lot of the entertainment. I think that it's very difficult to promote something through Hitman Holler and not get a 30% to 40% tile of a crowd that doesn't really know how battle rap works. I also think that it's hard to get security at his level that understands what's going on. And I saw a little bit of remnants of that. Like, sometimes the crowd will react to shit they supposed to react to, and the security would be, yo. And it's like, no, not for that. They not about to fight. Like, this is part of it. I saw that a lot, and I pointed out early to K. But I think overall it was a pretty decent event, and we got some great battles out of it. I hope that when they put the final footage out or however they roll it out, that they're able to accommodate for the things that was Blicks on the stream. But this is the first Bags and Bodies. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect? Avocado, ruin your day. They did the best they could, right? As far as putting money and energy into getting the best people to handle it.
Right.
I heard a lot of battlers say that the venue was fire, because I think a lot of them thought it was going to be traditional pit style. But when they got in there was an elevated stage that was just, it was like your homies couldn't stand behind you. They had to be around you, right?
Right.
And I think a lot of them appreciated that. It was like some gladiator shit.
Right.
But I think it was a great night. As far as the J2 battle, he whooped Snake Eyes' ass.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Because Snake Eyes spent 3 rounds talking about his sexuality and anticipating that he was going to talk about what happened in the house. And J2 just rapped. And J2 actually is very good with words. People try to act like this motherfucker can rap.
Yeah.
Like, he can rap.
No, he beat the Bull Crush from Philly. I seen that shit was crazy.
And J2 kind of wigged on him a little bit.
I'm like, damn, Crush, that's my man too. Shout out to Crush.
And I ain't gonna lie, like, it's one of them joints where it might have been 2-1, but it felt like a 30. You know what I'm talking about? like you might even got one, but overall, he just whooped your ass. So like, why we even trying to consider
that's crazy.
Your situation that he rebutted or ignored? Because I think that's a lot of what happened. What you think, Kay?
I agree. I think J2 actually had one of the best performances of the night.
He did.
Looking back at the card.
And he had the crowd with him. His folks was there early.
And I was about to say that I think the fact that he went early kind of helped him because the crowd was less about Hitman at that point and was more interested in what was going on in terms of the battle rap.
And 3 rounds about his sexuality in Atlanta?
Not gonna hit.
Bro, in Atlanta? He's on the card. It ain't like it's a
I don't
surprise
even know
battle.
if I'm taking this battle, bro. Like,
No, it was a good battle, bro. Snake Eyes got his ass whooped. And then I heard motherfuckers, battlers say that Snake Eyes walked past them and heard them talking about the battle. Oh, Henny Man said it. Henny Man said they was talking about the battle. Snake Eyes walked by. I was like, yo, there's a lot of hate around. Like, niggas just be hating that. Like, everybody in here hate me. It's just a room full of hate. Like, bro, you got your ass whooped, bro.
Right. Is what it is.
Snake Eyes never take accountability, dog. Yeah. And it be like, dog, like we saw the battle. And he like, yeah, but he support transporting trans kids, like making sure trans kids can get. And it's like, bro, you made that point 18 times.
Right.
It's okay.
We don't care.
Like, he's out rapping you, stupid. And you know how it is when it ain't like floating, because floating is different in battle rap. But when somebody's walking, J2 was walking. His pace was good. His pauses was perfect. His reactions, his facial expressions was perfect. And Snake Eyes just steady trying to say, but you gay. And that's how that went. But go ahead, Kay. Where we at now?
Next is A-Ward versus Av. I would say Av actually ended up taking this one. A-Ward had a slight stumble situation in his second round, which is very unlike A-Ward, but he just kind of ran out of things to say, and you could tell. But this battle was definitely entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Av, I think, just took it.
Av was well prepared. Av was getting it in. A-Ward was very competitive because A-Ward is witty, and he has a pace that's always perfect for A-Ward, right? To where people, like, they get him.
Yeah, like...
Even in the weirdest rooms,
I
they
didn't see
get
that,
him.
John. How he...
But what happens is he had a stumble in the second, and I think he had one in the third, if I'm not mistaken. But when he went into the freestyle, he acknowledged that this round was about to be short. And, you know, that's like one of them hints that if you know, you know. And then it was like, he really couldn't get it back, and he threw a couple things around. He had some rebuttals that didn't land. Like, it was a bad A-Ward night.
Yeah.
If we being honest. And Av has been having a great year.
Yeah.
Period. Av is on the list. So, he was consistent, and A-Ward was like, you could see it on stage that A-Ward knew he lost at a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't one of them things where it was, like, debatable or whatever. Like, you could pull bars from A-Ward all the time. He always said something witty.
Yeah.
But, sure. Like, it was one of them joints where it was like, yeah, he knows he lost. The next battle was...
Swamp versus Rex. T-Rex.
Very, very, very good battle.
Yeah. This was a good one, but the crowd really fucked it up.
The crowd was fucking it up.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know, they agreed that the second round of the battle was going to be all drug talk.
Yep.
And Swamp won the drug talk round.
Wow.
Just barely. He conceded. Rex said it.
So I would say that you could argue this battle either way when it comes down to it.
Even that second round, I think, is debatable because I didn't like the microwave reference.
Yeah, I personally,
man, I gotta see that shit.
I personally think that Swamp
12s on the stove. I knew you know how to microwave. I'm like, you can't control the microwave. You gotta cook enough bricks to be like, I need 42 seconds on it. Like that's just stupid.
Yeah,
niggas use hot plates. Like that's just crazy. But anyway, okay, go ahead.
I personally think that Swamp took this one 2-1. I think that Rex got, if I'm remembering, I think Rex got the third and Swamp got the first 2, in my opinion. But that's just me.
No,
It's definitely debatable either way.
I feel like Rex kind of know he lost that battle.
Okay.
And that's what's crazy. Like Rex kind of, like about Rex, he love the energy. So he be hyped like that was like that's what I'm used to. Like that felt good. But he not going to say like, oh no, I bodied that nigga if it's obvious. Like it's on camera, my nigga. Like he a legend.
I think Rex also took the crowd more personally than Swamp did. And that showed in the performance.
No, I think that was a part of it too. But I think that was a great battle, yo. I had fun.
Shout out.
Like Swamp slammed his hat first. And then kept slamming his hat. And then it's like, Swamp, don't slam your hat right there. That's not how Rex do it. And then when Rex slam his hat, it's like, yeah, that's how you slam it. It was fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of hat slamming in that.
It was a lot of hat slamming. Nigga said, I'm going to leave my hat right there.
Shout out to Tweet in the comments. She said,
Tweet!
hey, Sam. Hey, Kay. Hey.
Love you, Tweet.
Hey.
Heard y'all had a good time in AC, baby.
So next was New Jersey Twerk versus Big K.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, my God.
You need to leave.
Now, for background, Big K has been having... He just won Cody last year.
Yes.
Champion of the year. This year, he's been having a hell of a run. He's been the dog strikes again, another 30 sack of work, all of that this whole time. And a lot of people don't like him. And that had a lot to do with the room, too. Like, if y'all realize, if y'all ever watch a Big K battle, a lot of his angle is about how many people, black people or whatever, he has blocked on Twitter and social media.
That's deep.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
it's a lot. And then there's a lot of other questionable things about certain things he said. Like, he said again in this battle something about the black Christian or something that he said before that didn't get a good reaction, right? So he's weird when it comes to certain things. So in the room, I kind of understood why it was fucked up for him. And the only reason I could say that is because Twerk went right after him.
Right.
Or right before him, however it was, right? But when Twerk went, and Twerk said, yo, shut the fuck up. Niggas wanted to hear what Twerk had to say.
Yeah.
That was shut the fuck up or I'm going to stop rapping. If he would have said shut the fuck up, they would like, then stop rapping.
Yeah.
And you could feel that during the battle. And there was a big presence difference. For him to be a dog, it's different when a Tyrannosaurus Rex is barking back. And Twerk is a fucking T-Rex.
Yeah.
By all intents and purposes. And he was rapping. Like, Twerk was rapping. Am I bugging?
No, I seen that shit.
So you give me your professional opinion, because you the professional, I'm not you.
No, I just feel like his energy was higher. He was more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? He was right at him, like, no, you know what I mean, real stumbles. He was clean. You know what I'm saying? All of that, like, just the aura. Like
you got one of the best twerks.
The audacity, like, nigga, I'm Twerk. Nigga, like, you ain't, you did what you did, but you ain't me. Like, but bro was rapping, but he ain't had the energy. Like, he ain't feel, you can see, like, the level of discomfort in him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think he took bad angles, too.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
I think if you watch it back, you gonna realize
you battling in the street, nigga. You gotta talk some relatable street shit.
Yeah, it was weird what he was talking about.
He wasn't talking about no relatable shit. I was just like, what the fuck is he talking about?
It started feeling like he was about to make a political statement.
Yeah, I'm like, what angle is this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It got weird, yo.
Different angle.
Twerk walked on it. What you think, Kay?
I agree.
I think that was like prime Twerk. And then even, we can't skip over the part of ARP being right there and Twerk just talking to Adam and holding it down for the UR. You know how Twerk got it, you know what I mean? I think that was flawless.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that was handled well and like in a point where it's like I talk shit to you, but I ain't go too crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? The people gonna love it. We good. I thought that was dope. Because I think that's like one of those elephant in the room type situations where like you kind of got to do it. No?
I think this was one of the most prepared twerks we've seen in a while.
Ever seen, yo.
Yeah.
It definitely in a long time, but I mean, like, this is overall one of his best performances, especially when you think about situation. You think about platform and you think about opponent. Now, the fact that Big K didn't really fight as hard as we thought he would, that's different. But I just mean situationally. This is
I
one of
get
them
it.
times he's supposed to step up and
No,
act
for
crazy.
sure. He was supposed to overcome. He was supposed to out gangster the nigga or try to, but it didn't seem like he did that
And
at
that
all.
Jerusalem angle was horrible.
Yeah, he was just.
Oh my god.
All right, so that brings us to Hitman Holla versus Geechee Gotti, the main event. What do you guys think?
2-1 Geechee.
I think it's debatable. I need to watch it again, and I actually said this to Kay yesterday.
I do want to
Because
watch it again, but I like
remember,
what you call it style better. Go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. I remember watching the first round and thinking and looking at Hitman Girl and being like, oh shit, it's about to be a long night because he's still on that old bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But then that second round,
Yeah,
he showed that he had a couple new tools to the motherfucking belt.
he might have had that for the last round, and then switched it to the second based off the first.
Probably, but he wigged in the third a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. And it was a direct, like his second was a direct response. Like, oh, you want to talk about my bitch? Let me talk about your bitch.
Yeah.
And he went on we don't know who the boy, Rich or Dave or whoever the fuck he said is. But it was one of them things where if you've been paying attention to Geechee, we saw Geechee get married recently.
Uh-huh.
Look at Geechee's finger. That's not the same ring on that finger right now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot, and he pulled up to this event with all the hoes.
Mm-hmm.
He had a bunch of baddies with him, wearing the twerk at a drop of a dime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looked a little like something like,
Mm-hmm.
to where if you really a fan of this shit, and you know a little bit of backstory about these individuals, where you could believe that angle,
Right.
whether it's true or false.
Right.
And that's what I think was really crazy, because I'm like you said, he might have moved that from the third to the second,
Mm-hmm.
but it was perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. That's what it's about, right?
It was a great battle.
But I thought it was a goodie. I just think I can't remember how I felt at the end. I felt like it was good. I felt like at the beginning, I felt like this was going to be like, oh shit, the main event is about to be a slaughter. And I feel like at the end, I felt like, yo, that was a dope battle.
I mean, I feel like Hitman brought it back because of the points he made.
Yep.
But if you ask me, how can I put this, right?
English.
I just like the way, more so,
Geechee rap.
the way he got to his bars, the way he got to his points. Geechee got to his points faster. He got his point across faster
Yeah.
every time. Like when he opened up his first round, that shit was like first 8 bars was all like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So
I told you that joint was scary.
when you do that, if you're talking about a fight, that equals punches, right? That's how you win around. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just saying, like, the way his strategy was good, and that's what was beating Hitman to me. But Hitman definitely put up a fight, like, the points he got to, and, you know, of course, his performance, and, you know what I'm saying, you know, every little thing about it, you know what I'm saying, that he did or whatever. Plus, he in there with his home crowd, like, what the fuck? So, I think
that's the thing,
it
too.
makes it enough for it to be debatable, like, without being complete bias type
Right.
shit.
But both niggas is in there with 50 plus niggas.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw that the night before when they got in the scuffle at the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
They was out there.
Mm.
St. Louis and LA was out there. It was crazy, but I'm glad that it was a great event. I had fun, man. It was a couple, like I said, there was a couple mishaps with the stream that made it a little frustrating, but overall, I felt like it was a good event, especially for the first bags and bodies. You know what I mean? Shit to this capacity. I think it was dope.
Right. I think so too.
And I think that Hitman covered everything he could. Like, if you watch how everything ran timely. It was timely.
I forgot you said somebody was coming. I was all the way in that goofy mode.
I was watching you, but I'm like, you know you on camera, right?
I was all the way in that mode, like, from last time. What's up, bro?
Yeah, you crazy.
How you? Good to see you again, bro.
My guy. What's up with you, bro?
It's my man.
What's up, bro? Nice to meet you, bro.
How you feeling? Pleasure. He was trying to talk to, or he chilling?
Yeah, he was rolling with me.
All right, you good. You can sit right there, bro. You good. My guy, YB in the building. Put your mic up closer to you, man. We can wrap that last topic. We was just talking about the battles this weekend. Kay, anything you wanted to add to it, or you good?
I just want to say that I think if Hitman would have went first, this battle wouldn't be so debatable.
Ooh.
That's my hot take. I think the fact that Geechee went first, because Hitman was able to have that response, earned him a lot of points. And before that happened, it was looking kind of bad for Hitman. So I really think that if that change in dynamic didn't happen, maybe the battle would have felt more one-sided. Because I do think, and I need to play it back just like y'all said, but I do think that, to Cash's point, Geechee's bars were more direct, they were clearer, and they're more modern in terms of what the battle rap community is looking for.
Yeah, like, it'd be the simplicity.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, what Hitman, like, where his points drive to, but sometimes the point be so much of a situation you gotta illustrate to the point where it's like you gotta run around a little bit to get to that shit.
Even like your hand movements.
Yeah, like his
them
body
old,
gestures.
Hand movements be old.
That shit was cheesy a little bit. I'm
telling you, in that second round,
he looking like he crunking and shit. I'm like,
in that second round, I was like, oh shit, he ain't gotta do that shit. Oh, this a good joint. Like, it got weird, bro. Cause I'm telling you, I was like disappointed. Like, I expected to have to come on here and be like, yo, it was a good night, and then the main event happened, and Hitman looked like 96 Hitman. Like, I thought I was going to say that, and he wasn't even out in 96.
Yeah,
like I thought I was going to talk.
But I like what he did, though. You know what I'm saying? I like what he did. I respect what he did in the battle.
It was a great night.
But I still call it Geechee 2-1 just because I like Geechee type of material and content. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
bottom line.
Now we got my guy in here, YB Norris in the building. What's up with you, bro? How the fuck you feel, K? His mic is good?
Hold on.
Let's get his mic right. Let's make sure it's close to you as possible. Oh, I hear it.
Yeah, it's definitely on.
Alright. What's up with you?
We straight.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, you good.
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, bro. I got mixed emotions. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm feeling good.
Mixed emotions about what?
It ain't about nothing specific. It's just like I had a great day.
Mm-hmm.
It got better. Then it flipped around on his head. Did a handstand, all that shit. And now he trying to lay down.
Alright.
You feel me?
So you good?
Close out. Yeah.
Overall, you good?
Overall, for sure.
My guy, man, my guy. We've been going through these topics. I ain't know when you was gonna pull up, but since you just got here and we don't know how long people gonna be on here, tell them what you got going on, man, real quick.
Well, right
Besides
now,
that
Right, that's a lot.
nigga pulled a Tupac.
It sound like a Wayne a Wayne intro. You know that should be like the light be flickering. That should be like, yeah.
You know that. You know he do it every time.
I definitely felt that.
That was crazy.
My fault, bro. Sometimes I
you
don't
good.
be quick to tuck with smoke in my mouth. You feel me?
You put it in. Go ahead, nigga.
Nigga funny as shit. No, but on some real shit though, I got multiple projects in the works right now. I actually just dropped a freestyle over there on Takeover Files.
Word. Shout out Lito.
Shout out my guy Lito.
Yeah.
He got something over there for real. And I got we got Toxic out right now. Go stream that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a fan favorite. Got my mans in the background right now. He already know we got some stuff in the works. Shout out my man Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got some in the works for
Fire.
sure.
Yeah, let's
Features
do it.
on top of features. I'm just in presentation mode. You feel me?
Right.
Like, and I ain't really trying like over talk about it. It's like just gonna see it.
What you got promoted though?
Talk about the clothing line of brand.
You gotta get it out there.
Yeah, that frosted flare sweatsuit all right there.
Yep.
65. there's definitely a new look. And it's presenting a new style, so it's gonna be in all types of flavors. It's gonna be coming in like bundle sets with the beanies, the frosted beanies.
Nice.
We got
That's fire.
we got the embroidery baseball caps on deck.
Mm-hmm.
I've basically been promoting that, but that's a personal with just my name.
Mm-hmm.
But testing it out,
Yeah.
seeing what it look like, been getting positive feedback, so that's definitely gonna be the next work.
Nice.
You know
Nice.
what I'm
Nice.
saying?
I actually caught a photo. You actually got it, I think. I had a suit on with one of his shirts on the motherfucker.
Somebody sent me
Crazy.
that joint.
Under the suit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it was
yeah.
laying. It felt good.
Yeah.
I see you
It
got a
felt
bunch of
super-
singles out. When you gonna drop a project?
Oh no, project already in the works. The
When you
album
thinking
cover
about
in
dropping?
the work. Probably
Okay, grab me a beer, please,
2025, middle of
Right.
2025.
That's cool.
Right now it's more so like just dropping the singles because I gotta reintroduce myself. You feel what I'm saying? Which is why I've been taking the step back that I needed to take, so that when I reintroduce myself, it's kind of like I already knew what he was about to be on, but let's see what he been working on.
Is it always about reintroducing yourself, or is it about dropping shit? Because like, how often are you supposed to drop shit to where it's at the point where it's like, I gotta tell them I'm back? Like, what is that barrier? Because it ain't been that long since you dropped shit.
Yeah.
So
Isn't-
like, that's a weird space, right? And also, when you reintroduce yourself, does your song have to be a reintroduction, or does it have to be a banger?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people try to say, well, this is where I've been. And it's like, nigga, give me a reason to give a fuck.
Yeah, you always lean it. You always lean that shit.
No, he
right?
landed, but
Yeah.
I got
I'm just
contest that.
asking you because you from this pace more so than we are.
Mm-hmm.
So I might not know something that you know. So I'm asking you genuinely. I'm not trying to come at you.
No, I ain't take it as
No,
such.
but he'll spin it. You gotta be careful around.
No,
He got
I
a
ain't
lavender
even
hat
know.
on.
Yo.
He got a lavender hat on.
Lavender hat,
He's
I
a
felt that one
shooter.
for you,
My
Cash.
hat matched though.
He's a shooter.
Yeah, how you do that like that? That's
The
crazy.
That was crazy.
Hat, crazy.
My hat crazy. And you got on fucking shit that don't got laces on it right
It's
now.
cool, LaMelo.
Yeah, whatever. It don't
See,
matter.
niggas gotta point that shit out. The no laces be alright sometimes. Niggas be
Only
hating.
jail
No.
niggas care about no laces.
You gonna roll
Go
your
ahead.
ankle trying to get away from some real shit. I guarantee you that much.
Shit, nigga.
I know how to kick and split.
Alright.
Motherfucker. It's that crazy.
My hat cool.
It's in between. It's definitely in between because you always gotta reintroduce yourself every time you make a new song. Cause don't nobody know what the fuck you about to talk about.
So is energy more?
It's
It be
gotta be like a rollout, right? Basically,
it be the rollout. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like the
Alright.
rollout really matters. It's like, all right, what are we talking about? Me and bro was just rapping about this in the week. We was what we say, bro? We was like, what was we talking about with the situation with the artist? Like with the rollout and basically with people dropping. You feel what I'm saying? Like, remember we was rapping about that? We had said something along the lines of like, when it comes to presenting yourself to these people, it's like people minds be rolling 1,000 miles an hour, bro.
Yeah.
They be on the next shit like that, and it's like you only got a split second window of opportunity to really capture their attention for real. But the crazy part is, I just learned how to not give a fuck about that. I don't care, but that
But it
oddly
still
enough,
matters.
it's and they gravitate to it because I never show like I don't give a fuck. Like every time somebody say something about my music, bro, I be ecstatic on the inside. I'm just a chill ass nigga.
But that was part of what I used to tell people about my childhood. I used to be fucking insecure as hell. I hated walking in from lunch because I knew everybody could see me walking. You know what I mean? Like I was, and then when I stopped giving a fuck, all of the energy came my way because everybody was worried about what I had going on as opposed to me worrying about how they felt about it.
And I never repelled them niggas.
Yeah.
I never made it seem like I
never
was an
in a
arrogant
position to.
motherfucker. You feel me? Real shit.
I wasn't in a position to, so I didn't either.
But then it
So I
also
get
be
that.
dropping because we done seen motherfuckers go cold. And when they try to come back, it don't work.
But you're talented. And the problem with people like you is you'll be working on 3 projects in your head, get 80% through one, and then once you feel more comfortable with the second one, we won't hear the first one. You suffer from that type of shit. Like, you one of them. And I know
I was
know
one of
you
them,
are.
bro.
I know you are, bro.
You already know. I'm not
I've
even
dealt
going
with
front
talent
on
for
it.
a long time.
I ain't even going front on that.
We do that a lot as artists.
Isn't that most artists?
Well, see, that's and my man said isn't that most artists. The thing is, when you have people that invest, whether that's financially or energy wise, that pivot becomes different when we don't have the same budget or the same, you know what I mean, grace.
Facts.
If we don't have an in-home studio, stuff like that, that's like, well, yeah, nigga, go ahead, give us another 12. No, we gotta restructure something to make this new thing work. Where we was almost at motherfucking the plate. You know what I'm saying? We weren't almost at home because there's still work to do after the project is done, right?
Right.
And that becomes a problem in those instances. He's giving me the look of death. But you understand what I'm talking about.
No, bro, I'm giving you the look of I fuck with what this nigga saying. Like,
oh, all right.
We here with it.
Because, no, that's what it becomes. It's like, it's one of those things where, like, all right, so how do we pivot the investment? Right?
Right.
Now, as an artist, I want you to be free. But I want you to realize your freedom once we get the budget to be free. It's like motherfuckers that do the movie they have to do, the movie they have to do, the movie they have to do, and then they do their passion project, and then they do the movie they have to do, and the movie they have to do.
Or the album.
It's the same way in music. It's like, and even if you look at niggas that's independent, look at how Currency rock. Everything he put out ain't the same, but it's purposeful, right? And it engages a certain branch of his audience. But there's a budget and an understanding of comeback that comes with that. He knows what he's doing. He knows he could throw out a small venue, $20 tickets a piece, and go city to city and still be able to be good with that, because what he gets off of the exposure comes back in his independent profit. Right? It's like the Dollar and the Dream tour and certain shit that we seen niggas do. These things only exist with the understanding of this is what this budget is for.
Right.
Once you spread that, it's like, well, shit, I gotta start clearing other beats. Like,
All right.
No,
A fact.
I can understand that. But what I will say is I was that until I really started to roll out. I'm like, I got all this shit that sound crazy. Way crazier than what I'm about to drop right now.
yeah.
But this came first.
Yeah, you gotta play the story out.
So that's
Find a
what
way to
I'm on.
manipulate it. Y'all know more about the business than we did. Find a way to market both.
Man,
And
Instagram
That's
got
how
me
you-
shadow banned, bro.
That's how you set up your That's how you set up your process though, because if you look at it like that, you gonna keep doing it to yourself. You feel like the next time, by the time you ready to drop that joint, you won't have another set of joints that. Oh no, I want. You gotta give up the sequence. You know what I'm
That's my
saying?
point.
Sometimes it might take a motherfucker 5 years to drop a project.
And we can't ignore the fact that your audience needs to grow with you. This
Exactly.
shit started with a webcam. We knew we was ordering the cameras. We started where we was at intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Your audience wants to grow with you.
Yep.
So don't always put the cart before the horse. Sometimes you might have to put the single before the project, but put the project out.
Let's get back to these topics.
Let's do it.
Where are you trying to go?
Meg versus Winnie Harlow. Segment.
Wait, what?
You don't know about this?
Megan Thee Stallion versus who?
Winnie Harlow.
Oh yeah, I did see that, but I didn't get a chance to. Yeah, I wasn't trying to get in that.
What's my man name that throw the white parties from the Sixers?
See, y'all be trying to get niggas canceled. Like this, the shit y'all want to talk about.
So would that be with me or me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Rubin.
Mike
Yeah,
Rubin.
Mike Rubin.
At Mike Rubin party. So mind you, this was July 4th. It's reported by Jason Lee, actually, who's kind of teased it for a while and then got to the point where he said, I reached out to both of them, so I'm going to just say it. Meg fought Winnie Harlow at Mike Rubin party.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And
Now-
nobody knew. Everybody ain't know about it.
The reason that I think this is really crazy, one, we know that Meg has a problem in her history that we've heard of and rumors of drinking and being violent.
Yeah.
Beyond the case with Tory and all that, you can skip that. But that was part of why a lot of people that wasn't so certain about the Tory shit, because it's like, no, she get drunk and wild out. But Do you know what Meg Thee Stallion looks like compared to Winnie Harlow?
Yeah.
This ain't just a chick fight. This is like bullying. It's like no, you have to stop that fight. That's not even sexy.
How tall is she?
Winnie Harlow is most famous from being on America's Next Top Model.
Right.
She's like 5'10" maybe, but she's super thin, like size 4.
Meg
Size
is
4
bigger
is
than
crazy.
Meg is bigger than half the men she stands next to.
No, that's a mismatch.
It's a big different show
that's
between
a
top 5'10" and a rail, and Meg.
They should have asked him who.
Meg is like a megalodon.
Nah, that's a mismatch, bro. That's all I got to say to that.
But you know what's so funny, man? This is how, and this ain't no salacious, like, somebody's going to have to go to court for it, hopefully, shit.
She might
But
be quick on her feet.
them secrets be secreting, don't they? We just finding this out at the end of the year. This shit happened at a white party everybody was at.
Be
I think
trying
I
to tell
remember
people.
seeing a report of this right after the white party on some sort of like rumor site.
But we seen Cardi throw the shoe.
Yeah.
Man,
That was different.
if you see,
But
gotta look at it
Winnie
like
has
this.
but also known to be a little spicy as well, so.
And Winnie be with them niggas. I forget the
Yeah.
last motherfucker she was spotted with, but she was Wiz, all of them.
when
She
you
be
talking
around.
about Hollywood, you got like if you see some shit, imagine what you didn't see. Like
That's always
it's
the
gonna be something that niggas didn't capture. Like
But
you know what I'm
Meg
saying?
versus Winnie Harlow in a climate that Meg has been in, nobody said nothing until Jason Lee. This nigga Jason Lee is the feds. Like TMZ ain't say the shit.
That's the light skinned dude, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we know TMZ got snipers everywhere.
Yeah, but Jason Lee was probably at the party.
He was there. What did he say? I texted both of them bitches.
Right. Right.
So now I'm gonna just say it. That's wow.
Yep.
I guess he needed ratings this week. It went up though.
They need to go viral, bro.
If I know about it, it went up. Cause I ain't give a fuck. But Dad was interested when I heard it. Cause I'm like, Meg a big bitch. I seen Winnie before.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I don't speak with them people, bro.
I know you don't, but you smiled, and now the
Yeah,
women know
dog.
that you handsome. It's okay. If it go viral, they like,
see,
well,
the
who's the
women,
light skin guy?
the women don't necessarily know that, bro. They don't necessarily.
You was showing the teeth, your locks was hanging. You good? You good? I got you.
Nah, yeah, I gotta do that. I gotta do that here and there.
K got the
You
good
always-
angles and shit.
All right.
You
Let's
always
Yeah.
wanna fuck with people on
let's get
camera.
back to some sports.
I got to, yo.
Nah,
It's too
bro,
fun.
I just know how to box. That's
Yo, did y'all watch the Olympics with the chick RayGun and the breakdance and shit?
I've been under a rock, cuz. I'm
Alright,
not
so
gonna
K,
lie.
break it down.
All right. So we all remember RayGun from the Summer Olympics.
Not all of it.
The breakdancing, which was a new category, featured RayGun as one of the competitors, and she ended up getting 0 votes to move on. She pulled out some crazy moves like a kangaroo, spinning around on the ground, and not in a real breakdancing way. It was just crazy, and people who were watching this on TV were looking at it like, is this really the best that Australia has to offer when it comes to breakdancing? Fast forward, it turns out that her husband, was one of the people who was involved in selecting the Olympic team that gets to represent Australia. And now it's widely assumed that that is how she ended up getting her invitation. And now there are new reports that she is officially retiring from the sport. Sam, take it from here.
One thing that's to be noted is that she is a dancer and a dance enthusiast, not necessarily a break dancer.
Yeah, she's like a professor of dance, too.
Like, she teaches dance philosophies. But I think that this was some privilege shit where it was like her husband was in a position to make a choice. She said, let me go over there and represent us. She wound up doing horribly and then made it a political statement. Like, I just wanted people to understand the freedom of whatever. But I think ultimately, the reason right after you explain your stance so eloquently that doesn't make any sense, that you retire, is because you and your husband just embezzled a bunch of shit to go to the Olympics. Y'all did fraud.
She was
So now you retiring from what? Lectures or breakdancing?
So she was hiding from what?
I don't know. They ran through some chicken. They ran through some opportunities. There's some people that really could break dance that's probably going viral on TikTok right now from Australia. Like, this bitch didn't pick me. But I think that it's funny because she went viral. Like, we've seen football players score touchdowns and emulate this bitch. For the dumb shit she was doing on the Olympic stage. Like, we've seen them do the Pac-Man joint. You know what I'm talking about. He keep nodding. We about to give him a microphone. 'Cause you don't know about
She was actually one of the most Googled Halloween costumes.
Yeah,
this
she
year.
was a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Look like that.
Australia vicious. I couldn't even get that out. That's wild. Australia vicious, bro.
No, what's crazy is Australia where you need to be.
Of course.
Nah, trust me. Everybody I know that go down under to get that paper, go back.
All right.
That's one of them joints you go for like 3
but like
weeks.
it's still a couple more factors that's missing out the pot with that one. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
It's all right. We gonna get there.
So, in other
All we gotta
updates
get you is Coca-Cola or something. We good.
on Olympic athletes,
make it Sprite.
Same factory.
Noah Lyles was back in headlines again after his recent appearance on YouTube versus I Show Speed in a 50-meter dash. I Show Speed is somebody who is well known in the streaming and YouTube community. And he challenged Noah Lyles to a race. And Noah did end up winning, but it was a very, very close race in the end. Noah did try to do some funny stuff at the end where he was kind of skipping towards the finish line in the last couple of steps to prove that he had gotten there faster. But in the end of it, I Show Speed actually had to consult the video just to see whether he won or lost.
He thought it was a tie.
So, what do you think about this, Sam?
I think that when I first seen I Show Speed as a streamer, I believe when I first started paying attention to him was when he let off that bear fireworks in his mom's house, and he went viral for blowing up his bedroom and a fucking fire department coming and all that shit. I didn't realize he's actually something like a supreme athlete. Like, he's jumped over Lamborghinis flying at him. He's raced everybody. Like, he's played soccer. Like, I didn't realize this kid was this gifted. He's fast as shit. He raced the fastest man in the world, and it was close. Even though, like she said, Noah Lyles toyed around with him at the end, that comes from repetition and being a professional. Like, you know that if you get this much space on this person, then you have this much time to fool around. I Show Speed doesn't necessarily know, like, that you're at that point of your break, right? But to see it, every time I see him against a superior athlete, one of the greatest in their field, and I'm talking about football field, soccer field, track, this little motherfucker is amazing, yo. He fast as shit. Noah Lyles is the fastest man on the planet. To have to argue with a nigga like, yo, I think it was a draw. Let me see the video. That's the fastest nigga on the planet? Noah had to point out, like, you don't see, I'm skipping right here. It was that close.
No, I ain't.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I was necessarily like looking for cuz all the time.
Yeah.
But I respect him.
He different, yo.
I respect him. Like, that's all. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
he different.
How can you not respect that shit? Like, I think what you said in general terms is like the nigga just being himself and he kept fucking doing it. It's that's like the nigga probably got criticized all the time as a young boy. Yo, what's up with you? Why you? He like, I don't know, nigga, but I'm gonna keep doing it though, and I'm gonna get better at it every day.
Nigga used to race niggas in the Yeezy Croc Jones. Am I lying? He used to wear them Jones every day.
I think cuz be barefoot, bro. Like
the foam Yeezy joints. He used to be racing niggas in them joints. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You playing basketball shit? Like, what's going on?
It's the hunger.
He different, yo. He like that kid in your neighborhood that just be athletic and good as shit.
He gifted like
Niggas could box, play baseball, play basketball, soccer, football. crazy thing is the ones like that from my neighborhood went to jail young.
Yeah, me too.
It's crazy. All right, young boy, right now, man, he was
Before
one
you
of
go
them.
to jail, meet them niggas.
By 12, he was good at 4 sports, like elite. By 21, see you in 20.
Product in your environment.
Reality check.
I just got a notification from Twitch that Ray is on Mafiathon right now.
Oh my God, I'm gonna watch that later. Mafiathon is it's Kai's stream, and Ray is his homie from Taiwan who we didn't think was gonna come back to the U.S. no time soon because he's supposed to go to the military over there because he graduated high school. It's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all keeping up with the story, Ray being on his stream is a big deal. It's a big deal. It means that everybody's not watching us no more on that platform.
Nope, not at all. Bye, Twitch.
Bye, Twitch. It was real. We just lost Twitch.
They just changed whole directions on them.
Bricc Baby fire. You and me.
You.
Alright, so if y'all know anything about what's been going on in the No Jumper universe, recently Bricc Baby has been tied to quite a few things. They're saying on the internet that Bricc Baby is the LA piece to the Durk investigation that hasn't been brought in yet because everybody believes that he dropped the location to where Quando and them was at, and the reason that they was able to be trailed for 2 days and whatever happened to happen to them, right? Mm-hmm. Also, Bricc Baby since then has been making a lot of response videos and also going on a lot of platforms. Like he's been going on tour for this shit, and I guess juicing it, but like it's a weird time to do that.
Yeah, like.
But at the same time, he went on somebody's platform and they asked him about Gucci Mane getting rid of all of his artists, and he said Gucci Mane has some good pussy. And they was confused. They was like, what? He's like, no, Gucci Mane got some good pussy. So then Adam 22 proceeds, Adam 16, for people that know, proceeds to motherfucking go on his live and say, Gucci, you know you my favorite rapper. You ain't even got to worry about it. I'm on top of it. He's going to take an extended leave. He won't be on the platform for a little while.
Wow.
To which Bricc Baby's on somebody else's platform. They trying to start the production, and he's on his live like, man, fuck No Jumper.
That's crazy.
I'm fired, right?
Bro. Fuck all that. All this shit he's saying. Why he don't understand that, like, when you speak shit into the universe, like, you can make it come true type shit.
You also know he's a nigga that was known to go from LA to Chicago and hang out with OTF.
Yeah.
He's also a nigga that came up or lived in Atlanta for a long time, is connected to all type of shit, and already had a problem with Gucci.
Oh, okay.
Gucci went through something with one of his folks, kicked him out the situation. He spoke on it. It was a thing.
I didn't know that.
But Bussy,
He doing a lot of trolling.
I think they
That
crashing
sounds a
out.
lot.
No, I ain't going.
You trying to say he got
I think he
fucked in
crashing
jail.
out. I think he see that wall ahead.
That's what he's saying. He's
I
saying
think
he
you
got
need
fucked in
another
jail.
10 grand. I need an extra 12 grand before next month.
I seen that shit happen with Gotti and boy.
I seen that shit happen with Duel.
He said, "You think you can disrespect the king and it don't come with harm?" That's real shit.
He doing a lot of wild shit, man.
You
People
gotta respect that
apologizing
shit.
for him. You got a white man apologizing for him.
Nah.
To Gucci Mane.
If you want to die for
If
some
you
clout,
look
go
at that
ahead.
angle,
That's weird though.
I'm not saying it ain't. But that
It's very
angle
weird.
still, like, highlight a bunch of shit.
No, I do. It do, yo. And I don't want to get too into it because if I start really speaking my mind, then I'm going to feel like I'm indicting a nigga. But it's looking weird right now, yo.
No Jumper is looking weird, period.
And they've been looking weird for the last few years.
They doing a lot of reaching. I thought that shit with Wack was cool, but then when y'all start doing all these other random personalities like Lush One, like, and all these other niggas, like, what are y'all doing for real?
When you bring Lush One back and all of a sudden his sobriety is no longer a thing,
Right.
that's crazy. When I'm watching him every time he on camera looking like he's gone, like I'd be roasted. He's gone. not even there.
Nah, they don't.
That's scary. But let's get into something else, man. I don't want to get him too much attention, but I thought that was interesting because of his reaction to it.
That nigga need to stop talking about shit that he ain't got nothing to do with if he don't got nothing to do with it.
There's also a group of people that think that this may be a rollout they just playing and going along with the internet, and that he's unfireable over there. Like, he got some dirt, or he knows something on Adam to where Adam treats him different than other employees. And we seen that with Lush being late to a stream and him being even later, going hard at Lush, and then handling him with kid gloves right after that, like 30
What
minutes
if that's a play too though? What if that's entertainment too?
This is what I'm saying. It might all be Sesame Street because they need the traction right now. Community World and everybody that left them is doing better than them except Sharp. So it is what it is. Even Flacco is running around with bigger entities right now. He's not even over there.
No, real shit. I seen that.
No, that's crazy. Like, he permanent with academics and them. It's different.
Of course he would be.
And no, it's another entity too. It was
Content World is crazy.
It's one of the LA old heads that have them on regularly
it's getting
too.
complex and peculiar for sure.
It's getting like extra.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's almost like motherfuckers that sell their soul for content.
But what did I
it's
say?
It's not Mike, bro. They is doing that shit.
What's the
that's what I'm
conversation
saying.
me and you had a couple nights ago? It's 10% of the people to 15% of the people in the city that's considered dangerous. That's criminals.
Yep.
The other 85% feel like these weirdos. So if Flacco has more people that feel like him than you do that feel like you, no matter how big your voice gets. You deal with the 15%. It's just like being black in America.
Yep.
That's all it is.
All right, let's move on from the no jumper team. Let's talk about these charges that were dismissed. So, if you guys remember, it was a while ago, but there was an elderly man, a 73-year-old man, who was beat to death by a group of teenagers with a traffic cone.
Yeah.
So, it turns out that video evidence showed that the elderly man threw the first blow, and because of that, all of the murder charges were dismissed against the teens.
Wow.
What do you guys think about this?
I think that that's sketchy because I think a lot of the times what we see in cases are when it's in a police favor, they always say, we don't know what happened before the camera cut on. Right? In this case, it might have came down to how much a camera caught. This old man, and I kind of believed at the time of the situation when it happened that he was possibly intoxicated. But did he engage them first, or did he feel like he had to defend himself? Which a lot of motherfuckers get away with when they kill somebody that wears certain colors. Right? So it's like, it's weird to me because this is one of them things that it was like the middle of the night. Like, why was they even outside? But where was he coming from? He probably's coming from the bar or the deli, or you know what I mean? You know North Philly. Like, it is what it is. We know that OG. And he was known around the neighborhood. He be outside. So it's like, it feels weird because it's like, those juveniles did something. And they're juveniles, so I don't want to see them roofed. You know, at the same time, but are we looking at the first evidence we have of the situation is that he swung or threw something?
I'm gonna keep it a beam.
Because if 6 kids is following you, yelling and talking crazy to you.
I was about to ask you that before I even get into it. What was the number? It was 6?
It was like 4 or more kids. Because there was a little boy out there that wound up getting charged that was young.
Yeah, it was like, they were as young as like 10.
Yeah, it was a group of kids. I remember this specifically, and I remember watching the footage. But obviously, the footage that we saw on the news started after he initiated it.
I guess.
If you want,
you see what I'm saying? Like, that's a sketchy thing.
If you want to rap about it, dog, you really gotta break it apart. Like, you said as young as 10. So what's the youngest, and then what's the oldest?
The oldest was a girl that was like 14 or some shit.
All right, so we talking about kids.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to see them get roofed.
Yeah,
so
but
that
they killed that old man.
Because from one angle, you could take it like all right, like you said, was they trying to do something to him? You know, sometimes people just feel like they gotta defend themselves from the YNs at this point.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
But at the same time, you looking at it like, unless they was strapped up, which y'all said a traffic cone, so unless
Traffic
somebody
cone.
was concealing something,
To a 70-something-year-old, that's a hell of a weapon.
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People gonna look at it like that, which is foul, it's nasty, but it's the truth. So it's like,
This is one of those situations where you don't want to condemn them, but it just feels weird that the
blurry.
charges was dismissed because he possibly threw the first physical action. You know, assault starts before physical, right?
I don't agree with the charges being dismissed, but we already know how the system be rocking, unfortunately.
You get in an argument with me on the sidewalk in LA and we go to jail for cursing.
Real shit.
Assault starts before physical action. You see what I'm saying? So it's like to say, well, he threw the first punch is like, all right, I don't know.
Well, and I'm still seeing
Maybe they don't
conflicting
wanna deal
reports
with
on
that
that
shit.
too.
Yeah, like
So,
that's weird.
It was definitely 4 boys and 3 girls.
See, 7 of them.
However,
kids.
only 2 boys ended up being charged when all was said and done,
Yep.
and they were both 14 at the time, 16 now. And
So the 10-year-old got off.
yeah, so the 10-year-old and the girls, when they confessed, they got off.
Yep.
But even still, it looks like the story that some places like NBC Philadelphia are reporting is that the man was walking by a basketball court. He questioned why the young folks were out so late, and then he was attacked. So NBC still does not think that he initiated
Mind
any
your
of the
fucking
physical
business, old man.
contact.
Yeah, like, don't know if Philly dudes do that type shit anyway.
Like, man, that's so crazy.
But
yo.
yeah, this is crazy.
But if you really think about that shit, like, if you see, like, I got an older, and my grandmom is super old, but I'm going to just use an example, right? Years ago, she watches the news every day. She had in her head, when the murder rate was so high, and it's still high in the city, that it's no way that we're out here killing each other. It has to be racists and Klansmen that's killing us and acting like it's us. So
She
like
think that?
she couldn't fathom us hating each other that much. So imagine an older gentleman that watches the news all the time. 7 kids approaching him from a park, basketball court, whatever have you, looks like a flash mob to him.
Yeah.
Based on what he sees and he intakes on media. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, that's a different thing. It's not our understanding of 7 kids.
Yeah.
And even, we joke about it all the time. Would you rather fight 7 12-year-olds or 20 fucking 50? Like, we make jokes about that shit because we know there's a different level of get down at each level. Right? We, like, that's a thing, right? That's like
Of
trivia.
course, that's the thing.
So it's like it that's what makes me uncomfortable. It's like his perception of his situation at the time is what makes me feel for him. As much as I don't want to see them kids go to jail for the rest of their life because they was wilding one night, but y'all assaulted someone.
Yeah.
If I chase somebody or, cut somebody out, throw a tomato at him, that's different than like, oh shit, OG died. I hit him with the tomato, he hit his head on a fire hydrant. Right?
He was 70, so 2-3 hits of that joint, full.
That's
force.
scary, yo.
Forces
Them
going
Jones
on,
heavy.
doing you
Yeah.
dirty.
We ain't talking about schoolyard cones. We talking about street cones.
Heavy duty Jones.
Yeah.
Like, that's scary, yo. So I just feel for him. Like, it's weird. It's a weird like position to be in when you talk about this case.
It's a fact.
That's why I'm
Cause my
quiet on that shit. Like,
my godfather was jumped in a suit. They try and rob him and all that. Pulled a gun on. He fought them motherfuckers. He got away. You know what I mean? But it's like, nigga, why you was fighting them? Like, these OGs got a different mentality, man. They not going. I just did Vietnam.
that shit like
I'm
it's
not
survival,
going.
nigga. It's like
I'm not going.
Yeah.
that's survival, bro. That's all it is.
You better learn you in 2024.
No, but at the same time, that man done paid taxes for 70 years. Like,
No, cuz
not 50, but you know what I mean. Like you
Playing
earn the right to
basketball.
walk down the street and rear the kids. but it's
Why,
just not
though?
that because he doesn't understand what we understand. He doesn't have to die because of that.
Yeah, I get
He
it.
didn't have to die because of that. He really.
You could have
Oh, that's the very last.
throw a water
shit.
bottle at him. Like he didn't have to die because of that, bro.
I understand.
Who knows? I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
No, but that's what makes it weird because it's like we're going off of some shit where it's like for any other instance that doesn't buy anybody out of the situation.
Yeah, that's a fact.
See what I'm saying? He threw the first what? You said it was 7-on-1. If I don't pop 7-on-1, I better swing first.
But how they let the 10-year-old and the girls go?
Because it's situational at that point, man. It because we talking about kids.
Like
It becomes situational.
it's still. It's still consequences that's still going to have to come.
But
with
that's
that.
the thing. For all we know, 5 out of 7 of them might be scared straight now.
Yeah.
Like it don't take what the judicial system think it take them up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say they supposed to get. You know what I mean? Because that's not fair neither.
And I know.
No, I
10-year-olds
don't
and
agree
shit,
with
like,
the maximum
Yeah,
penalty.
that's not fair.
I ain't with all that.
But
what we
that's why.
fighting for.
That's
for
why
real,
I
for real.
feel so weird because that's the thing,
A murder charge at 15, 16. is
Bro.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
if you
That's
ain't one of
what-
them, if you was just one of the kids just hanging with your friends and following the crowd,
The other side of that was how do them people
feel to
family
the
feel?
other side of that.
Yeah.
And that's why I said you assaulted somebody, so it's weird, yo.
I mean, I seen a situation where a 13-year-old stole a V and struck and killed the elderly person in another car, and the family like they ain't completely go at him, but
Because he was 13.
You feel me? But it
But-
seemed like they was trying.
But that's at their discretion.
Mm-hmm.
You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
for
My
sure.
family might not feel that way.
It just depends. Like it's gonna really
You
depend
might
on
be
you.
But
lucky
the
if
judge-
But in
the
this
state.
case, it's like y'all used a weapon. It was like more premeditated.
That's a weapon.
Yeah, the state to pick shit up.
Because it's 7 of us. Y'all could have literally beat him up with your
I've been
hands.
at basketball games where older nigga probably wasn't all on his P's and Q's, was fucking with niggas, and he got rolled on right before my basketball game in North Philly, right? Outdoor league, summer league shit.
But you ain't gonna kill him.
But niggas ain't like, enough is enough. We about to go hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even jump in because he had enough.
All right, let's move on from this.
No, like, it get weird, yo. You got responsibility, too.
No, we know.
Sam, why don't you introduce this?
So Tuskegee University had a homecoming this past weekend, and somebody was letting off. Multiple people were shooting, but somebody was letting off a machine gun. The guy that they apprehended for it never attended the university. He was an extra. The young boy that was murdered was an 18-year-old that was not a attendant either. He just he didn't go to the school either. He was just a visitor. He was there for the festivities. He died. A lot of people were hit. They said that rescue efforts were difficult because at the time of trying to see after people, they had to deal with the fact that they weren't aware if shooters were still, on site.
Mm-hmm.
It was a melee. It was disgusting. I'm a HBCU participant. I went to Morgan State University. I go to homecoming every chance I get. And if you go to a HBCU, some people be like, "Yo, you old? Why you still going back to your college?" If you ever went to a HBCU, you will always go to a HBCU homecoming. It's about the capacity that you're there at, right? You could be on the yard, or you could be at some of those events donating things or being honored or, handling business. Like, there's always a reason to go back to your HBCU. To have this happen at a HBCU homecoming after my personal school, MSU, it was the year before last, the week before homecoming, there was a shooting on campus that was similar. It was somebody that had nothing to do with the situation. It was a shooting. This is disgusting. But what makes it even worse is there's video and audio of when it went down. And the rapid fire, to have an understanding of what a back and forth exchange sounds like, and it'd be like somebody's dumping and somebody's clapping back, and to hear people's reaction to it that like nobody came there for that. They wasn't in the hood at the joint at the club where they know it could go down. They was at homecoming. It's dudes protecting women they met 20 years ago. Like, no, this is the way to act right now, and you can hear it, and it's devastating and it's disgusting. And hopefully they figure out what all happened and get everybody responsible for it. But we still don't have a motive. We still only have one person, as far as last time I checked, that's been apprehended, and that was the guy that I said that never went there and none of that. And we know that the one person that was murdered was an 18-year-old, and his picture on the news was a graduation picture, which is probably the most recent picture he has.
Oh, shit.
So do you think that the 18-year-old was targeted specifically?
I don't think he was targeted. I think that bullets ain't got no name on them.
For sure.
And when you on a yard, it's like being at the Greek, bro. There are no gaps. Somebody's going to get hit.
No, not even that. I feel like what's understood don't even gotta be said type shit. I mean, like, you said it was an exchange, right?
Yeah, they didn't say he was a gunman.
All right.
They didn't say he was shooting. Now, until that comes out, we're not going to put that on that young man.
So that was
I feel
just
like
an
he was 9
innocent
times
bystander.
out of 10 innocent bystander.
For
And
sure.
from what I heard from the police and the sheriff, because they got sheriffs out there, was that the spot where it was at, where the gathering was at, was not necessarily an authorized homecoming zone. So you know there's overflow spots to where we go and tailgate and drink and whatever have you. So the security or the police presence wasn't what it would have been if they were probably somewhere on campus or closer to where, you know, the things that was authorized by the school. And we know that that's the thing too, especially like this is Alabama. Like, it's a little different out there. It ain't so much city constricted. You can still go over there. That's a field over there. Like, you know, it's a parking lot over there. There's an open space over there. So I think that this was like an overflow zone, so to speak, to where like this happened and it got crazy.
I hate that shit, bro.
I hate it, man.
I hate
Prayers,
that shit,
yo.
bro. I ain't. First of all, yeah, definitely sending healing energy to everybody involved in that.
And we only think about the college kids and the alumni. Think about how many alumni bring their kids back for the HBCU experience, the homecoming experience, and all of that. It's 12-year-olds ducking. It's strollers out there. I keep it G with you. It's all out there. I'm on them spots. You know what I'm saying? I got one of the top 5 spots in the tailgate with me and my folks. Like, I know it's out there. And that makes it so scary because it's like, now my kid can't go to school next week, but I'm trying to get them to go to HBCU.
I hate this shit,
Like,
bro,
that's
because it's
disgusting.
like you, as a young boy, when we was coming up, like a lot of people got their perception on, like Philly, for example. Like Philly always been violent, but it was never at the point where it was
Everybody
when it was
was
really
a
at its.
target.
You feel me? It wasn't like we knew certain places where shit went down, and we knew not to be around that shit at certain times.
I didn't throw a cookout one year because of how hot it was in the city.
But we talking about a college,
That's
bro.
devastating.
Like,
you know
feel
my
me?
shit be like reunions and homecomings. I didn't throw a cookout one year, and I didn't tell niggas that publicly. And niggas like, why you ain't do your joint? I'm like, it passed me. Like, I just...
It ain't even like, a college. It ain't even like, a college is the last spot that I think of. Like, we know that. It's more so like,
I mean, churches
we
and
still
synagogues get hit. Yeah.
It's like we trying to escape. We trying to, you know what I'm saying? I went to Howard. Howard was lit, bro. It's lit. And there was a point where it's a mix between the locals of DC and Howard students. So it seemed like when it's that mix, I can imagine something going down crazy where it's like we thinking we comfortable, bro. We thinking we cool. We chilling on scooters and shit, sitting back laughing because we not thinking. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
But that's the thing. Wherever there's a crowd, you got to be aware now. Like, you got to know it's possible. And a lot of people are not going to shit because anxiety was a thing on Monday morning. I don't need to add to it for an event. You see what I'm saying? Like, we really, like, we're at a point where having a good time has to be so intentional and it has to be such the right crowd. And you also got to know that you might have to fucking dodge a bullet.
That shit stressful.
And that's like, the extra wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's the one that made me sick.
It's like, it's forcing you to stay away.
Question
I mean, we saw
motherfucker.
something happen on the holiest day in the city last year, man. At one of the biggest masjids in the city. And one of the things that I heard was beyond who got busy, how many motherfuckers reached. Everybody's on point, on defense. You couldn't leave it in the car at the crib. You knew that before you got there. You was hoping that we had a peaceful day for a peaceful transition. You know how sickening that is? And then to see the YouTube videos that follow that say, well, they was involved in it, like them. Like, yo, it's so scary out here, yo. And prayers to everybody that was affected, because I heard a lot of people were. And we're talking about physically, people that got in ambulances and went to hospitals. I'm talking about I've been in situations where all those people hurt right now. All those people are confused right now. All those people is looking at this like, so next year, so I gotta go to work this week. Like, that's crazy.
So I gotta ask a question, bro, because like we gotta keep it a bean.
What?
Was at least one of the shooters identified as a male?
Yeah. It was a black male. That's the guy that they were saying never attended the university. But you know, one thing about homecomings, like when they say that, it sounds different to the public. That's a communal environment. If I'm going to my homecoming and you around, I'm like, yo, come on, we out. Cause it's all love. My niggas is going to treat you like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's different. It's like you not. It don't take much to add you on in that environment. Everybody spent big. Everybody did it big. Everybody doing their thing. You just gonna drink extra and eat an extra plate. You ain't hurting nothing. So there's a lot of people that be there that didn't go there. You might have went somewhere else. Might have just pulled up with me. I told Cash to pull up with me this year. I just didn't go.
But I'm looking at it like, not saying that they not out there, but a majority of these niggas who be committing these mass shootings be what?
White.
They either white or what gender are they, bro?
Well, everybody that's, well, you know, testosterone is a motherfucker.
For sure, when you get
But
into
I
a
ain't
certain
going-
point. But we gotta start having that conversation about like these young niggas wilding, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
we gotta have that conversation, bro.
No, that's the thing.
It be the young boys that pop up with the skeezies and the Under Armours that send the chicks flying home, bro.
No, it's getting weird.
Like,
The crazy
it
is,
be them niggas. They don't want to see them niggas.
the young girls is actually dying from hanging around them. And it's crazy because, I mean, like, not in the middle of some shit, like in an apartment with a nigga and a gun go off and nigga just leave you there.
Yeah, like, we ain't going. I'm not saying certain things. I'm open minded,
Like, no, it's
bro.
weird
I
out here
understand.
right
You
now.
feel me?
No,
But it's
you
like,
right.
You so
we
gangster.
gotta keep it a bean.
If I'm in the building, I see somebody walk in with a ski mask on, I'm leaving.
Bro,
If you look like he under 25.
I don't want to be in a Chinese store and you got a
Facts.
ski mask on.
Bro,
shit, bro.
Summertime.
No random, I'm leaving.
Like,
Summertime.
let's keep it a bean. I want to ask y'all a question, right? You at the ATM, you try to take a deposit out. You see a white man walk behind you. You cool?
No,
Cool.
nobody.
You see a black man walk behind you. You cool?
Nobody.
no.
Cool.
Nobody cool behind me.
No, I'm an equal opportunity paranoia boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to ask y'all that, right?
Mhm.
Now, certain people got their certain perspectives. But whenever it comes to seeing certain motherfuckers,
No,
like,
the ski.
that's
Listen, the shiesty changes everything. The fucking overdressed
keep that shit
in
a
the
bean,
summer
bro.
changes
Yeah.
everything.
You got a whole hoodie on and it's 80 degrees.
And
and
you
mind
gotta-
you, I was a ski mask hoodie wearing nigga. We
Yeah.
not even about to sit up here in front. I was them, but y'all fucked it up.
They made it bad. But see, it plays into two things. It plays into anonymity for motherfuckers that want to do bullshit, but it also plays into the rest of the youth's insecurities. When these young boys ain't got no haircut, they want to put the joint on. When these young boys is growing their little dreads, they want to put the joint on. When these motherfuckers, like, it's so weird that you wind up in a situation where it might have been 10 of them out of 50, but now 20 more got an excuse to wear one. You see what I'm saying? So now when you looking on the streets, and my dad used to talk about that all the time, man, why you running around dirty and you look like what they looking for? They don't get that. They don't get that. And I just was assuming that when Trap Lord Ross and a bunch of niggas that speak with accents that can't pronounce our street names started talking about niggas that had 2-3 year runs, a bunch of shit happened, and then they wind up looking bad in the end, that y'all would figure out, I don't want to look like them niggas.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
That's all I've been waiting on. I don't want to look like them. Because even if I'm getting busy, I want to get my money. I don't want to get snatched every 5 minutes. I don't want to create ops because I look like an op.
All right. I think it's time to move on to something.
These little niggas better start wearing overalls.
Yeah, right.
You out?
What you know about them Jones?
Yeah, wear overalls, man.
the
Be a
pocket.
farmer.
Wear a fucking
the
turtleneck or
pocket.
something.
Yeah,
nigga.
wear a suit, nigga. Like, y'all
Throw them off.
y'all just telling niggas I'm stupid
Yeah.
at this point. Because you a target. You look like every other Philly nigga like the rest of us.
You got ski mask when I'm scared of you. You got it, bro.
That's dangerous, yo. Let a nigga look you in
I'm
the eye.
clutching. Fuck you talking about.
Nigga, we just ain't. Nigga,
I don't even know clutch. Bro, I
I'm
don't drive
saying,
stick.
bro.
Bro, I don't drive stick. I gas. Ain't no clutching.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they in the building.
Okay. You
All
making
right.
K nervous.
K clutching too.
No, we're moving on. We could preach to youth all night, but a half hour is enough for tonight. All right, so let's move on to the
Threw a
NFL.
shot at all of us.
She did. Like shut the fuck up.
Man, I put my
shot
vest
at all.
on when I came in
She
there.
kept the camera on us too.
I definitely did. All right, let's move on to the NFL. Week 10 of the NFL is almost complete. I'll run through the scores real quick for you guys to remind you.
Time be flying.
The Ravens beat the Bengals 35-34 on Thursday. The Panthers beat the Giants 20-17. The Patriots beat the Bears 19-3. The 49ers beat the Buccaneers 23-20. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 16-14. The Bills beat the Colts 30-20. The Steelers beat the Commanders 28-27. Vikings beat the Jags 12-7. The Saints beat the Falcons 20-17. The Chargers beat the Titans 27-17. Cardinals beat the Jets 31-6. The Eagles beat the Cowboys 34-6. Lions beat the Texans 26-23, and the Rams and the Dolphins are playing now. The Dolphins are currently up in the second quarter, 2 minutes away from half, 10-3.
Oh.
All right. Did you guys watch any of those games?
No, I didn't.
I'm disappointed because, yeah, I ain't watch shit.
I don't never watch football.
But
man.
I'm going to keep it a bean with you, though. I was trying to keep up with the Eagles game on that streamy shit.
Yeah, I be checking to see who won. I asked a couple people who won.
I was watching ball, though, looking at them 6 legs.
Man, Eagles smoked them niggas yesterday.
That they did.
I was so happy.
That's great.
The Eagles
Oh, yeah, I knew
definitely
them niggas was Duke.
One time
Showed
for the
out.
city.
Dude, but that
Like, what? Niggas is fucking trash truck juice. Nigga.
One of the most surprising results of the weekend was the Steelers-Commanders game. So both of these teams were 6-2 or 7-2 going into the 7-2 going into the match, and Steelers ended up winning by 1 point at the very end of the game over the Commanders. The Commanders have been having a great season, led by Jaden Daniels, their rookie quarterback. But yeah, this was an interesting result. I was not expecting, to be honest, I wasn't expecting the Steelers to be as good as they are this year. Not that I was expecting the Commanders to be either, but there's been a lot more conversation about the Commanders being good, whereas the Steelers have kind of flown under the radar for the most part. So to see the Steelers end up with this win over the Commanders was exciting to see. And the Steelers definitely look tough. Their defense is incredible. So they're definitely a team to watch moving forward for sure. Any other thoughts on NFL before we move on?
Nah, I think you actually ran that down. The a lot of the highs and lows this week was pretty much expected, I guess, except for, like you said, the closeness of the Pittsburgh game. But
no, that Ravens game was a good job.
The Eagles and the Cowboys was like, we know where the Cowboys is at right now. The Ravens game was crazy.
The Lions game?
Lions game, I didn't catch anything from. Talk about it. Speak to it.
Yeah, that was actually a great game.
Yeah.
You saw the highlights? I didn't see the game.
I seen a
I
highlight.
saw part of the first half.
I didn't watch it because I seen.
Did we not have
it? Was
it?
like it was like.
No, it was late. It was the 8 o'clock game.
Okay,
like
all right.
3 to like 27 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back.
Yep.
All the way back.
Well,
Yep.
you know the Lions is looking crazy, bro. Like they different.
Mm-hmm.
They different.
They strengthen their lineup.
Cause I checked the scores. I'm like, oh no, this game over. Ain't no even no point to watch it.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Then
I've been wrong.
as I go
I've
back,
been wrong before.
yeah, I'm like, oh no, they coming back. Then went to sleep, woke up this morning. I'm looking at the highlights. I'm like, oh no, they went crazy.
Yeah.
That's really what that should be. Wake
Texans
up in the morning,
didn't
just
score.
check the highlights.
Yeah, didn't score at all the second half.
That was like that
And the
shit when I
crazy is the
seen,
Texans is like in the middle this year. Like they've been doing all right. So that's like
Texans have been plagued with a lot of injuries this year.
well, all of it, like shit. So has the Chiefs. Like everybody got injuries this year,
Nah,
yo.
them motherfuckers, bro.
You seen how the Chiefs won last night?
Yes.
A block field
A
goal.
blocked
is
field
crazy.
goal. And did you see that boy go crazy like he threw the fucking touchdown or something?
Yeah.
That's what I love. Give it up. Fuck it. Hook a crook. A win is a win, baby.
The win is a win.
But that was crazy. Especially to like, oh, you might not be undefeated tomorrow.
A block
And
field
win by a
goal, though?
blocked field goal in week 10?
That's nuts.
That's
That's diff-
crazy. That was crazy. No, I definitely saw that. And I
Yeah.
saw LaMelo get busy. I saw a lot go on.
Oh yeah,
The Sixers game.
them niggas.
You want to talk about it?
Can if you want.
What did you see in the Sixers game?
No, I gotta hear this.
Yeah, because he brought it up.
I don't know, man. I ain't feeling the Sixers this year.
Let me get back to my graphic.
That was the graphic from before y'all got here.
Ah shit.
That's my exact sentiments right here.
What's the problem though? Because I think they got a lot of pieces. Just none of the big dogs is available, and Paul George still don't know what the fuck he need to do.
See, they was calling me crazy when they said they got Paul George. I'm like, Paul George is done.
You think so?
He's
He
done.
knows my narrative. The Sixers love bad knees and big names.
That's my only problem with him. It's like you can't stay healthy.
I seen that lineup and I was like, this is a good matchup. Cause I said that's a vet. That's what they need.
Only
but then
if
I'm
he
like,
balances out how much Embiid slows the game down.
that's it right there though, nigga. Like but then you
Everybody's
gotta
looking
see
at
the-
what he can do when Embiid is down. No, they have to be on the court at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
But go ahead. What was you
Embiid
saying?
got an ego, bro.
Well, Embiid is a puppy in a big dog position.
What
This
I
nigga
gotta
got
say-
10 years of basketball experience at a $300 million position.
You know what I'm saying? But that at the same time though, if you got that ego and it's still bumped with another one, it's gonna fuck it up, nigga. Like
It depends, but go ahead. I want to hear what you guys say.
Embiid can play. He can definitely play.
Absolutely.
But I feel like certain players, like for you to really like be a NBA champion, you gotta have the heart to do it. I feel like Embiid don't got the heart like that dog. Like he might got that dog, but it's a poodle or something. It ain't no
Different kind of dog.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't know. I be,
Yorkie.
like it's like
Yeah,
every
Yorkie is
time we get to the
crazy.
Celtics, you can see him folding.
He don't even go play Jokic at home.
Yeah.
He don't even go out there.
Every time they gotta play Jokic, he something wrong with him.
He
He
don't
either
go.
not playing.
This
or,
nigga don't
you
even get
mean?
on a plane.
It's crazy to me.
That's
But-
weird.
But when they clicking, I'll say this about them. When they clicking, bro. They be cooking.
I
They
agree
Because
with
there's a
that.
lot of pieces that I like around him. Even though what's the name left and is going crazy right now in the shooting ball with the big teeth. What's his name? We had
Buddy.
Buddy.
Oh yeah.
But he healed.
Buddy. He a different player this year. I'm
Yep.
like, get the fuck out of here, bro. But I think it's a confidence thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like shooters need to be confident.
Yeah, and you gotta let
You need to
shooters
know
shoot.
your role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you got the shooter doing all this extra stuff,
You know
he
that.
ain't-
Nah. Playing ball, nigga. What?
I think the fact that our leading shooter right now is our new draft pick, McCain,
Yeah.
says a lot.
And he went nuts the other night.
I think that says that Oubre is not
No, that
doing
comeback
what he
with,
needs to be
with
doing
GSW
and getting
was
involved the way that
crazy.
he
I ain't
needs
gonna
to.
lie, last night, if it wasn't for him, I don't know if we probably would got blown out
Yeah, he got 27.
Yeah, he went crazy.
and scored most of the points in the second half.
Yep.
Crazy, yo. I don't know, man. The thing, do you see them, if healthy, looking like a different team by the All-Star break? Because that's what really matters.
Yeah. I feel like they just need to put stop trying to get vets and all. You got to get piece players. You already got a superstar. You got 2 superstars.
3,
Yeah,
technically.
3, right?
Enough.
But
At
you
this
already
point,
got
that's
Maxey.
enough.
You already got Embiid. Now you got to get pieces around them.
And Paul George is a lot of people's fucking GOAT.
Yeah.
So it's going to look ugly if this don't look good. Like, if he don't find his place, if y'all don't work him into it's going to look crazy.
That's all it
I
is,
learned
bro.
with
Just
Because it's going to
find
look like
your
it's your
position.
fault.
Yeah. It's going to look
Because
like
he is who he is. Regardless of, like, we saying he's older. He's still this generation for a lot of them kids.
Yeah.
He's they GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
No, so
That's facts.
if y'all know that
If
shit,
healthy,
and
you
y'all-
got to use him.
That's facts.
Mold
No,
that.
I'm not saying he can't play, but I'm just saying like he not gonna give us a consistent play. Like
Yeah. I think expectations
What's the most
is
consistent
everything.
you ever seen?
he ain't been consistent in a minute. That's why I was feeling the feelings. Matter of fact, he probably was alright last season. I ain't
No,
really
he did
keep
good
up.
last season.
Yeah, I ain't really keep up
He
with
did
him
good
last
last
season.
season.
He probably was alright last season.
He was healthy.
Ever since he
I was
got
gonna say,
that,
until he
that
got hurt.
crazy knee
Yeah,
injury,
when he was healthy, he was
yeah,
good.
yeah. I like
But
the
see,
old, I
that's
like
the
the
thing.
old Paul George cross the nigga over, come down the paint, dunk
And
on him.
flush that.
Flush that shit
Bro,
right.
That
As soon as
keeping
you
up with
said
the-
it, I knew what you was talking
Yeah.
Keeping
about.
up with the pace and all that, moving
No,
slow.
that
I
was
get
a
it. You
different
older, so the game
motherfucker
gotta
right
you
there,
got
man.
you got to transition the game a little slower for you, but you don't need
can't
that
get
right
over
now.
that.
Yeah,
So does
bro.
this wind up the Carmelo situation?
might be, bro.
Where like you know his strengths, but you can't use it to them strengths because of whatever your offense is or what your future is. Like he might make it difficult for that because the
I'd probably put
motherfuckers
him in
that's
the same-
around them and that's on
put
the
him in the
bench
same break.
run.
yeah.
They all run. They all fly. When you
Um,
really look at it, they just don't got the shooters they used to have, which
That's-
is a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like you already got Maxey, put Maxey at the one. Get some shooters around him. You already got
I kept
Embiid. That's
telling
all you
motherfuckers,
need.
stop
Y'all had some
sleeping on
tough
Chris.
white boys 2 years ago and got
Yeah.
rid of both of them.
We had Sixers had a lot of tough players.
Some tough white boys that shoot that thing and play defense, and niggas just let them go.
Yeah, you need Sixers. Need in
That
my
name,
opinion,
bro, they want that name. I said
yeah,
that shit.
in my
James
opinion,
was a
stop
horrible
going for the
fucking
big
move.
I
names.
hated-
Sign
I
a
hated,
couple of role
Harden.
players.
You talking about Harden?
Yeah, bro, James was a horrible.
I
fucking
hated.
move,
I
bro.
hated. Well, part of the problem was you got him slowing the ball down, and then he gives the ball to Embiid, maybe, or Maxey gives it to Embiid, and then the ball still slow.
Yeah.
Like the ball just kept getting stuck.
But you not, but you got to peep. Harden was putting up more numbers than Paul
Numbers
George
don't
currently.
win games all the time.
They
Like
don't.
I was a part of the AI era. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that nigga that coached AI when he scored 45, 48, 45, 52 and all of that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That nigga was coaching freshman basketball in a tournament the next summer that I was at the table working the clock at Finley.
That's crazy.
The nigga that was coaching the Sixers last year, he was coaching freshmen for a private school. Because he let AI get
Shit,
50
shit
in
have
losing efforts. Bro, that shit don't mean nothing. Unless we
Don't.
just building his fucking resume.
Right.
I mean, it matter and it don't at the end of the day.
Well,
Obviously,
AI
it
was a
matter
big
if
enough
you-
draw where it did matter because it
Well,
filled the seats.
What would you rather
and it
have?
sold merch.
James Harden that's giving you 15 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds, or Paul George that's giving you 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists?
Well, see, that's the thing. what is everybody else giving me
with
in cohesion?
Right, with a healthy Embiid and Maxey.
Then I'll probably take the Paul George situation because I haven't seen it play out yet.
I don't know, man.
I seen the Harden show.
Right. That's probably why I'm so. You know what I'm saying? I'm so leaning towards Harden because I already seen it. I was like, all right, that's probably would have been a better thing for us than.
Nah,
Harden
I rather
still Harden.
Like Rockets
But see,
Harden.
no, but this is the problem with Harden, and this is what happened with the Sixers. When Harden decides he no longer wants to be there, we get a different fucking Harden.
Yeah.
And it happened. Remember, we saw Harden 40 pounds overweight one season, right?
Clubbing everything.
He got the trade he wanted. This nigga came back 2 weeks later in shape
Yeah.
and went crazy.
But Harden was saying he didn't want to play because of some money situation.
No, nigga was clapping.
Because the leadership said, if you let us publicly say you get this time, then we gonna make sure you get this on the back end. And he said that nigga's a liar and he full of shit because he didn't play it out.
He didn't play it out.
But stop negotiating fucking short ends with billionaires.
I always tell
When
them,
you a superstar.
They go and negotiate.
Well, see, when you're a superstar, this is how the negotiation go.
Mm-hmm.
We can only afford on paper under the cap to give you 30 this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I got a Nike bag.
This nigga put up the Nike.
I got a Cadillac that's gonna pull up.
You feel me?
With some bit of truck.
Kid, bro.
No, nigga, hold up. No, because college coaches have deals with the local dealership.
Real shit.
Them niggas be boosters and all of that.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody gets a new Tundra. Like, am I tripping? Niggas got Challengers and all that shit.
You ain't tripping.
Bro, I can't say, bro, this is what we signed for.
Yeah.
But my homeboy gonna drop you something nice with a trunk full. That's how it's supposed to go when you're a superstar.
Yeah.
But when you tell me, no, I got you, I'm gonna treat you like the Washington Wizards treated Gilbert Arenas. When he had the personal relationship with the owner, and the owner made sure he paid this nigga when there was nothing else to pay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the field. Because everybody's job is expendable now. You see what I'm saying? He's supposed to get his on the front end. He let that billionaire tell him hold up.
Yeah, I ain't.
That's his fault. Now he lied to him. But why are you cutting deals with billionaires?
A man with a suit is the same as a man with a ski mask, bro.
That's what happened. He literally thought he had a Gilbert Arenas situation and he had a Philadelphia James Harden situation. And a coach that wasn't going to help him get to where he needed to get to argue.
No, which coach?
What's my man with no hair? The old head boy. He on all the commercials now. He had the lowest haircut you ever seen in your life. Who was your coach last year and the year before that?
Oh, what, you not a Sixers fan?
Huh?
Oh, you're talking about our coach, not our GM.
The coach.
Before Nick Nurse.
Yes.
Doc.
Rivers?
Yes.
He sucked.
He wasn't going to get you nowhere near where you could argue at the table.
Doc was alright.
He was alright, but not no more.
Man, listen.
It went down, but he was alright.
He wasn't good for y'all. He wasn't good for
y'all. No, I ain't saying he was
Not
good
for
for us.
No, he's a good coach. He wasn't good for y'all. He wasn't good for y'all.
I feel like certain coaches, you can only win if the system is their system. Like,
yeah, certain coaches don't know how to be malleable.
Yeah, like that.
And a lot of coaches ain't player coaches. And nowadays you have to be a player coach because these kids is spoiled, bro.
Yeah, it's fuck.
These kids got $5 million before they get to you.
That's why the Cowboys fucked up.
These kids don't even gotta get to you. They can just get an iPhone, put it in front of their face every day, run around, do that content creators.
The nigga that just scored 27.
Nigga, a lot of these players is content creators, dog.
He good. He Noah Lyles of basketball, like, as a rookie. They know him on the internet. They pay him already.
At first, I thought
they love his fingernails.
I thought at first I hated.
Fuck that fingernails.
I'm like, yo, come on, man, what is we doing? But last night, I might have a different opinion.
That's why.
Well, you know they say shoot like a.
Pause on that.
All right, let's wrap. Yo, let the people know where they can find you, how they can keep up with you, what you got coming out soon.
Shit, I'm actually a rapper.
Right.
I got a couple songs coming out. You can find me on everything. Cashflow HT. 1 cash flow HT1.
Okay, love,
Gotcha.
love. Appreciate you too, bro.
No problem, bro.
Come on,
Appreciate
man. Sammy, my guy, dog. This one no act, man. This would have went this way whether the cameras was on or off, man. Like,
Nah, talk to my guy. That's my guy.
come on, man.
But go ahead.
YB, y'all know what's up. YB.NORRIS on IG, man. Please show love to the merch. Yo, it's cooking. And it's getting cold. Both literally and metaphorically.
Which means I got more pieces coming.
Alright. nah, bullshit.
Well, you already know this is K with Fine Productions. Get with me and get your business right. Come to me for everything you need with your LLC, trademarking, financial planning for your business, content creation, media production, and event curation, and a couple of other things in between. I have a bunch of stuff lined up for the channel this week. We have plenty of shorts about to drop from a couple of our episodes earlier this year. We have some clips also about to drop from our episode with Legit. Those will be coming out this week. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Sam?
Heavy as always.
Absolutely, man. We here, man. And as you know, we live every Monday. We drop interviews every Thursday. They're conversations. It's so weird to say it. Every Thursday at 4 p.m. because, you know, happy hour is our hour. So I hope you enjoyed yours. I enjoyed mine, and I enjoyed you and my crew. So on that note, I'm sipping. This is Sippin' with Sammy. I am Mr. Fly Shit, only the one and only Sippin' with Sammy. Sam Malone, Barstool Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammy, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together.
Damn, Sammy, you done fucked up.
Thanks, Sammy. Fucking yuppie transplant.
Get your fucking
Move the fuck out. Get out of our fucking city. You ain't even fucking born here. Tired of you motherfuckers.
That was